Hello, everybody. Welcome in. How is everybody doing this evening? All right, we're going to shut the track sound off here for the moment. We are back with Race Asylum North America, ladies and gentlemen, and it is this great one make Group 3 GR3 BRZ series. Stumbling over my words because I got things making noise that don't normally make noise when I'm live streaming, so just bear with me for a second here. Appreciate all the likes and the shares on the stream. I'll catch up with everybody in just a moment on that. Just waiting for my computer to cooperate. There we go. All right, now that we got some of the background noise out again, welcome in. We are here on behalf of Race Asylum North America. This is a one make Group 3 BRZ series, and we are in round 8 of 10. So the chase for the championship officially starts now, and we're at Deep Forest here today. So great racetrack, and we're going to talk a little bit about it here in just a moment's time. As soon as my computer brings up my cheat sheet. It always moves so slow when I first start live streaming. There we go. All right, well, while it's doing that, how's it going, Paul? Nolander, appreciate y'all. Mr. GT, howdy. Let's grow. Paulie B, how you doing, my man? Appreciate you. Nolander coming with that like and the share, and Nolander Gaming coming with that like and that share as well. Much love, everybody. Appreciate y'all. All right, so we had some issues connecting to the RA YouTube today. I don't know what's going on. I had similar issues last weekend. So we're just gonna end up having to upload the live stream to the RA channel here at the end of the night, but we are live at least here on my channel, so at least it's still out there for everybody to come and check out. So I do apologize to our host organization, Race Asylum, there, but again, I don't know what's going on. It just didn't want to connect, so it happens. Okay, why did it bring that up? No, my computer's not working very efficiently at the moment. We still have lots of time here yet. Qualifying isn't slated to start for another 3 minutes, and then that's if we get off on schedule here. So let's try that one. See if that one works better. I brought the track loop up on my computer, not the track map. Making lots of mistakes early on in the broadcast. Best time to do it, right? All right, so it's a pretty great little racetrack here, Deep Forest, actually. It's a 2.64 mile racetrack, 4.25 kilometers. It has 18 left and right hand turns. Of course, it's tarmac road surface. It is an original circuit, meaning that it is not a real racetrack in real life that we race on in real racing. This is a circuit designed and developed by Polyphony Digital in a long time ago in the Gran Turismo era, of course. And it has an elevation change of 164 feet. So very fun little racetrack. It's a flowing racetrack. So if you don't have the flow down, you're gonna find this racetrack to be very difficult to get your race car around. But if you got good flow around here, if you can feel the rhythm of the undulations in the corners and the apex of the corners, then you can do pretty well around here. So on the top center, a little towards the left-hand side of the track map, there's our start-finish line on that long straightaway there. You see that little blue circle with an arrow pointing to the left. That's the direction that we're running the racetrack here. That is our forward direction on the racetrack, and that takes us into turn one. Turn one's a sweeping 180-degree corner, and we call that Geneva. From there, that takes us into a set of undulating up and down S's. We call that, of course, the Eiger S's, and then that takes us into the Bordstein curves. and then that takes us up into the first little tunnel section there. You see then that takes us into yet another hairpin style corner, not quite full hairpin. That's corner number 5, and we call that CERN. And then from there, it just takes us into a little set of undulating S's again, starting to head back downhill around the racetrack, and then that takes us into a little bit of a left-hand 90, not quite full 90-degree corner Zurich, and then that takes us down into another left-hand 90 that we call Tolderone, and then that takes us up into a big, long straightaway with a little bit of a kink in it, and that takes us through 2 different tunnels, the Matterhorn Tunnel and the Monte Rosa Tunnel, and then, of course, St. Bernard's Bend, that absolutely crazy 230-degree corner in turn number 14, and then it's just a big, long, full send back up to the front straightaway. So, of course, track map compliments of Special Operations Administrator Miss Devious. She's a legend. She puts a lot of work into them. How you doing, ATB? How you doing, Joe? All right, so it looks like we're actually almost ready to go here. So I need to change a setting real quick. There we go. All right, so if we remember from last week in our Division 1 race, ERA Jakey came in with a fairly significant points lead in first place. I think it was 12 or 14 points over V-Rod. Now, Jakey, of course, having a mechanical issue in the race last week, and actually ended coming up with a DNF at the end of the race. So a 14-point gap coming into round 8 is most certainly gone, and potentially he may even find himself now chasing V-Rod for the championship points lead here in round 8. So one driver we should most certainly be looking out for here tonight is going to be ERA Jakey. He's going to be looking for redemption after last week. He's going to be looking for probably nothing less than a race win today if I had to guess. So let's flip you on over, as qualifying, I believe, is officially underway here now, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to bring you to the good stuff. We'll get you some race car sounds. Alright, we gotta find the first driver out on track. That's always the trick. Once we got that, and speaking of, it was ERA Jakey out in the lead. He's got Roses in second there out on track. Cusker in behind him. ERA's Clarkey in behind him. We've got Little Nicky in behind them. We've got Piggums is 6th out on track. We got V-Rod, who I believe is now our championship points leader, in 7th on track. Lucas is 8th out on track. We got Renegade 9th. We've got Jay Set out in 10th. We've got Mobile Edge in first race of the season, I believe, here in 11th. We got Gurgle as well in his first race of the season here in 12th. We've got Ishmael here in 13th position. We got King Ears here in 14th, and we got Streeter Tom 15th out on track. So full stack here in round 8 tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in Division 1. There is going to be a fat and juicy race in front of us here tonight. Alright, so as we come up the hill here, let's jump on board with ERA Jakey here as we start to head in and around the deep forest. And we'll do a little bit of a rolling lap here with our first driver out as we head into turn 1 Geneva here. You can see it's just a sweeping, long 180-degree hairpin corner. You just take a nice easy corner here. From there, that takes us up into the S's and then the Borstein curves. Sorry, forgot the name of the S's. Look at me going ahead and here at the Borstein curves. That takes us up into the first tunnel here. And it's just about really maximizing your range, actually trying to keep your exit. So as we come through CERN there, we're now into Einstein and Aero sectors and then down Zurich. From here, that takes us over our bridge into Tolderone. This is a dicey corner in the BRZ here, especially on cool tires, so you gotta be very careful there. Now that takes us up a huge long run up into the Matterhorn Tunnel, which we're in right now. Get a little break of daylight here, and then that takes us into the Monte Rosa Tunnel. This is another long tunnel here to protect, of course, the racetrack from the mountainside, and then that takes us into and huge braking zone here. Going to be lots of passing opportunities coming into this corner, and then it's just a huge downhill run, uphill run to the start finish line. We come through Heidi's curve, which is JD coming around here right now, and then of course our final corner here, Meadow and Lone Tree, which Jake just came through. So let's get back to our TV crew here and see what our times are. So it's going to be pole for Jakey as he comes through. He's the first driver through. Rose is going to stay in second for the time being. Cusker's going to stay in third. Clarkey is going to move up into second. Cusker drops down a spot there, so Nicky moves up into second. Mihal looks like he's going to jump up into second place. Lucas jumps up into third place there. Where's Renegade? Renegade's in 10th. Can't keep up, they're all close together here. Got Renegade here in 12th. King Ears moves up into 8th place. Streeter Tom, there he is. We didn't quite get everybody across the line there. Everybody was really tight together there. It's going to be 10th stop for Tom there, so it is ERA Jakey E currently sitting in pole position here right now. He's got a half-second gap over V-Rod, who is, of course, these two have been fighting all season long for that top spot on the standings here. And then Lucas, Ishmael, Little Nicky, Clarkey, Pagums, and King here rounding up the top half of the grid here right now in qualifying. And oh boy, we're in for a race tonight if that's the case, because this is just a stacked lobby. This is just straight up a stacked lobby. Nah, it's all good, ATV. Hey, appreciate your eyes. Hope you're doing good, my dude. Alright, so it is ERA Jakey here. He's got up to the back side of somebody. So 15 cars on the track ahead, and that's a lot of cars on track for qualifying. You're trying to leave yourself a little bit of space, and you got drivers starting to come back through here. Maybe Jakey made a mistake as other drivers are starting to come through. And registered times here. He may have actually went and reset. Not too sure. Alright, so it's Lucas now in pole position. Jakey's still sitting here in second place. I think he's on an outlap here. We got V-Rod here in third. We've got King Ears in fourth position. We've got Clarkey currently sitting in fifth here in qualifying. Little Nicky sitting in sixth. Drop down to 7th. The Streeter Tom moves up into 6th there as he crosses the line. We got Ishmael here in 8th right now. Had a good race last week for himself. We have Mobile Edge here currently sitting in 9th. We've got Cusker in 10th. We got Bigums in 11th. We got Roses in 12th. We got Jay in 13th. We got Gurgle in pit lane in 14th. We got Renegade round out the field 15th. 2.6 seconds separating pole position to 15th place right now. So a little bit of a difference in times here on the racetrack today. It's going to be a spicy race. Lucas is purple here as he comes down in through the Monte Rosa tunnel into St. Bernard's Bend here, and he is right on the back end of, I believe, that's V-Rod there. Alrighty, so it is V-Rod here who has dropped down to fourth. So Nicky takes third place here, but these two are coming across the line. Let's see if they make an improvement. It's going to be pole position for V-Rod on the last time around the racetrack there, and that was a good run there. Lucas here in second. We got Jakey there in third. Little Nicky here in fourth. We got Ishmael in fifth. Clarkey in sixth. We got Cusker in seventh. King Ears here in eighth. We got Streeter Tom in ninth. Roses will start out on 10th. Mobile Edge will start in 11th. We got Pigums in 12th. We got Jay in 13th. Gurgle in 14th. And Renegade to round out this 15 grid field here in 15th position today. Aaron with the thumbs up. Joe with the thumbs up as well. Much love, everybody. Thought I'd bring me over here too. Appreciate the love over on both channels, my guy. You know we love that. Again, apologies to Race Asylum YouTube channel here right now. We, for some reason, just can't get connected to it tonight, so we'll upload the live stream to their channel after we're done here this evening, and it'll be the live stream as it was done. It just won't be live. Somebody could actually go over into the RA Discord and let them know that we had troubles connecting to the Race Asylum channel here tonight. We're just live on my channel. That'd be sweet too, actually. Would appreciate that. There's going to be V-Rod here in pole position, and I believe he's a championship points leader now. So see what he can do with it. Let's see if he can start to stretch that points lead, or if Jakey's going to apply the pressure and try and gab that back. I don't know what the point spread is. I'm going to have to go look, but I don't want to overtax the old streaming computer here at the moment. So. All right. This is going to be the first time this season. I think we've had the full stack grid here too as well in Division 1. So a treat for everybody here on this fine Saturday evening, morning, or afternoon, depending on where it is, I guess you're viewing from. It's very, very early in the morning in the UK here, where a lot of the field is driving from. So I'm sure they're going to be very anxious to get going. Yeah, well, they crash and burn sometimes, man. That's just how it goes, Aaron. All right, so we're just waiting for them to kick things off here. So we're just going to take a couple screenshots just in case we need them. And the first, second place separated by less than 8 100ths of a second. Jakey's in behind by about 2/10 there. Little Nicky in fourth place has about 2/10 on Jakey. Ishmael has about a 10th in behind Little Nicky. Clarkey's a 10th in behind him. Then it's 3 100ths between Cusker and Clarkey. It's 5 100ths between King Ears and Cusker. Super close in the top 8 here for sure. And then a 27-1 for Tom. We have 27-1 for Roses. Those two are only separated by less than 3 100ths of a second. Mobile Ledges right there is 2. He's only half a 100th away, or half a 10th away from Roses. Pigums is right there and behind him by a couple tenths. So it's going to be, I think we're going to see some tight racing here. It's all going to come down to race start. It's going to be the accordion effect going into turn 1. I lost my train of thought there for a second. As you got 15 very high speed drivers barreling down into Geneva for the first time here on race start. When they drop the green flag, it's going to be a grid start with a false start check. The drivers are required to use the racing hard, the racing medium, and the racing soft tires throughout the race. The mandate is a full racing circuit lap. However, if you start on the tire, you can pit at the end of lap 2, and if you're going to finish on the tire, you only need to take it 2 laps before the end of the race. That's just the way the mandate works out. That's the way it is. But if you take the tires in the middle of the race, it is going to be a 3-lap minimum for that tire in order to have it count towards the mandate. So races are all stewarded and officiated post-race, of course, as per incident report system that's in place by Race Asylum. And you might be wondering, well, this looks fun. How do I get involved, Ghost? Well, just head over to Sim League Pro and search Race Asylum, join their community, and then you can see all the championships that Race Asylum is providing. From there, you can get into the Discord server with a Discord invite that's provided in the Sim League Pro community there, and all the detailed and bigger information available, of course, in the Race Asylum Discord server, and also information on other great things that are happening, community events, and, well, just being a part of the community as well. All provided through one spot there on Sim League Pro as well. So, all right, drivers are checking in here. So if Cusker is smoking, he needs to get on it quick. He's there. He readied up. All right. Full stack. Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, race control is just pulling their track trucks and all the equipment off the racetrack. Of course, they're doing a little roll through the racetrack to make sure everything is safe and sound for the racers. Of course, safety is of the utmost importance always and foremost in motorsports. And they'll line these cars up on the start-finish line, and we'll get ready for a green flag. So Race control is coming in with the word now. They're going to start lining these racers up. And we're going to get down to a 1 hour endurance race here for Division 1. But that doesn't mean when this race is over that it's all over. Don't run away anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a short break in between after this race. And then, of course, we're going to be bringing the Division 2 race to everyone viewing at home as well. Didn't do that very efficiently today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there we go. 15 cars lined up on the grid. Race control is happy. Kick them tires. Light them fires. Let's get to racing, shall we? Green, green, green. And everybody gets a clean start here. Nobody false starts today. And we are off. And as we head into Geneva for the first time here, let's see how everybody sorts themselves out. We got 3 wide there, and for second, third, fourth, or for third, fourth, and fifth place in behind Lucas and V-Rod. V-Rod goes a little bit wide there, cold tires, and everybody's going to be pushing a little bit hard here, so they're going to have to make sure they're aware. Ishmael up into third place. We got Little Nicky in fourth. We got ERA Jakey side by side there with Little Nicky. A little bit of nose and tail contact here as everybody's getting bottled up coming into this first sector. It's a very difficult, tight, very mid-speed sector, and very, very hard to navigate very early on in the race here. But so far, we're looking solid here. We got Mobile Legend 11th, we got J-Set in 12th, we got Piggin 13th, we got Girdle in 14th, and we got Renegade right there in 15th as well. So the whole pack nose to tail here. So great race start here from Division 1, and it is game on. So again, racing hard, racing medium, and racing soft tires are required for the race here today. Fuel isn't too much of a concern for this race today. This is going to be these drivers driving these cars to their absolute maximum ability here today. So really enjoy this race, because the drivers don't get an opportunity to really full send these race cars too often throughout the season. This is one of these nights. We're going to see crazy fast laps, we're going to see lots of great battles, and we're going to see some pretty heartbreaking moments here, I think, over the next couple hours of racing here today. But it's V-Rod and Lucas very quickly trying to pull a gap here over Ishmael in third place. V-Rod breaking the slip. Lucas not too interested in following him there, and you can see Lucas just rolls right up and behind him as we come into Geneva here for the second time here. And again, both drivers go just a little bit wide coming out of the exit there. Ishmael just tailing here in third place. In behind Lucas and V-Rod here right now, only 1.3 seconds. So Little Nicky here in fourth place, ERA Jakey in fifth. So Little Nicky's gotten fourth place back from ERA's Jakey, and Jakey now finds himself trying to track that driver back down. We got RA's Cusker here in sixth position with ERA Clarkey right in behind him here in eighth place, and teammate King Ears right there as well in behind in eighth. Sorry, so Clarkey in seventh and King Ears in eighth. So a row of RA drivers going there from third to eighth place. Got Mobile Ledge here from the Incredible Sim Racing team. Like I said, I believe it's the first race of the season. It could be second. I don't remember if he was in last week or not. Currently sitting in ninth. We got 1010's J-Set here up a spot in 10th position here, and teammate 1010's Bigham's in behind there in 11th as well. We've got Gurgle from Incredible Sim Racing team here in 12th position. Renegade also from the Incredible Sim Racing team here in 13th. We've got Streeter Tom here in 14th position, and we got Roses here in 15th. And I'm not sure who Roses is with as far as the team goes currently, but Lucas tucked into the slip there from V-Rod, so you can see V-Rod goes back across the straightaway there again to break the slipstream, and you can see Ishmael just holding that nice tight line coming into the corner there, and he's just working on trying to close those two guys up in front right now in first and second place. So these two are less than a tenth of a second separating Lucas and V-Rod right now, so Lucas tucked right in underneath the rear bumper of that BRZ, and both those guys a little bit wibbly wobbly coming in through the S's there heading into the Morkstein curves, and again it's a very difficult sector to get right every single time, and that allows Ishmael to grab a couple tenths there on that pack, and now he's just about on the edge of the slipstream here as we head down Zurich into Toblerone here out of the bridge. So a big old run up the long straightaway through the Matterhorn Tunnel here now, and it's just a big old full send run now into the very hard braking zone, St. Bernard's Bend at the end of this very long straightaway. Definitely the longest run here on the racetrack. It is longer than the front straightaway, and these cars are definitely moving by the time we get down and braking here. And you can see Ishmael trying to close up on those two. And again, just outside of the slipstream, so we lost a little bit of time on those guys up that straightaway there. We got little Nicky in 4th place. He's got 3 seconds to teammate ERA's Ishmael up in front there. We got Jakey in behind in 5th. We got Clarky in 6th. Mobile Edge here up into 7th position. He's coming into pit lane, so making a pit stop here for the first time tonight. We got Jay in 7th with Piggers here in 8th. We got Ledge here, Mobile Ledge again coming in pit lane. Renegade coming into pit lane here as well. That's going to bring Roses around to take 11th position. King Ears here is in 12th place now, and may have made a pit stop last time around, and we just missed it, because I think he's on a different tire compound now. So, seeing a little bit of a different strategy here from King Ears as well tonight than we've seen all season long. So that's interesting. So it's V-Rod and Lucas here still 1st and 2nd. Ishmael right there and behind in 3rd place. V-Rod's got a little bit of separation here on Lucas right now, half a second compared to the nose to tail driving we've been seeing here through the first 3 laps of the race. Ishmael has lost a little bit of time off those guys. He's now down to 1.8 seconds in behind our race leaders here. And Little Nicky's trying to start pressing a little bit here, so 3.2. So he actually hasn't gained anything on Ishmael at the time being, but he hasn't really lost any either. You can see as the cars are coming out of the tunnel here, it's already starting to get dark on the racetrack. So we're going to start losing sight of our paint jobs here pretty soon, but that doesn't change the fact that these drivers are absolutely giving it everything they got. Jay in 7th place, Piggins right there in 8th place in behind. We got Streeter Tom in 9th. We got Bite the Roses here in 10th place. Cusker tucked right in behind him there in 11th place as we come around St. Bernard's Bend. King Ears blows the corner there in behind a little bit too, and struggling a little bit here with a Deep Forest, pardon me, I think is King Ears. There's some Mobile Edge there in 12th place. King Ears has just got himself collected up. He's got a little bit of damage on that racing car, but it's on light setting here, so it will go away after 30 seconds. But in this 30 seconds that he's going to have to drive that car with that damage, and it is most certainly does affect the speed. The aerodynamic package is very precise on this car, and if you damage that package, it's definitely going to affect the way the car handles and drives on the racetrack. Alright, so V-Rod's doing a great job here. He's still managing the pace right now. He's in 1st place. He's got about 0.6 of a second over Lucas in 2nd position here. Ishmael still in 3rd place, but closing back in on those guys a little bit here now. So he's closed up almost a second on those guys since the last time we were here, which wasn't really all that long ago, but a half a lap. So a little bit of a mistake maybe made by the race leaders through one of the sectors, as they were, again, it's very difficult to drive in that kind of condition, that close together. So sometimes you do see a little bit of mistakes, and you'll see time lost and time gained on the rest of the pack with drivers that are racing in those kinds of conditions. We got Jakey here in 5th place, and it looks like yeah, so Nicky is coming in for a pit stop. I thought Jakey might have been making a stop there too, but he's going to continue on around there. So Clarky's going to move up. Jay's going to move up into 6th. Little Nicky's going to bring it into 7th place here. Piggins, he's also making a pit stop. He's going to bring it into 8th place here. We got Cusker at 9th. We got Tom here now in 10th. Those two are going to grab position on those drivers as they come around. Streeter Tom is tucked right in underneath that wing of Cusker there as we head into the braking zone for Geneva, and 8th and 9th place here as we come around turn number 1. Mobile Edge here in 10th position. We got Roses right in behind in 11th. Piggins comes out. He's going to slot out in 12th position just ahead of Renegade there. King Ears coming in. Going to make a pit stop, and Gurgle here in 15th position. So varying strategies already in the race here tonight. Hey, how's it going, Asylum Racer? Appreciate you. Sorry, I know we're not on the Race Asylum. I can't, for some reason, I couldn't get it to connect tonight, so it'll be on the Race Asylum channel later tonight. We'll upload it for him, but appreciate you stopping in. Alright, V-Rod here in the race lead, and again, half a second right now over Lucas. So Lucas is maintaining, not letting them get anywhere. Very equally paced these two drivers are, clearly. And they got 3.6 seconds over Ishmael, so they give a little, take a little from lap to lap here over the 3rd place driver, who's now got himself a tiny little gap of 6.5 seconds over ERA's Jakey, who's now up in 4th place. Of course, we've seen little Nicky make that pit stop last time around, which left Jake alone there in 4th place, but Clarkey and Jay in 5th and 6th place. Both starting to close in on ERA's Jakey here. So Jayset coming around the corner here in 6th position. We got Cusker here in 7th. We got Streeter Tom right there in 8th place as well. We got Little Nicky in 9th place. We got Mobile Edge coming around in the top 10 here as he comes across the start finish line. Piggums is just in behind here as he's coming up that run to the start finish line in 11th place. Now, keeping in mind, some drivers have made pit stops already early in the race. That is why we're starting to see some early separation, especially in the back half of the field. Potentially a couple mistakes made by a couple of the drivers early on there as well, but pit stops mainly being the factor why we're going to start seeing the race open up and space out a little bit. But that should mean that by the end of the race they should all draw back closer together as those strategies all come to form and come to play and come to fruition. So V-Rod here is still in the lead, and Lucas is tucked right in underneath him and got a great run there coming up the long back straight. So as we head up in through Lone Tree here, it is nose to tail for 1st and 2nd place as they come across the start finish line here. And Lucas 36 is not a need to have 1st place right this second kind of style racer. He's very comfortable with just sitting in behind somebody with very good pace and working together with that driver to again try to open up the distance between himself, the other driver, and the rest of the pack chasing it behind. So right now I think that's a little bit of what we're seeing between Lucas and V-Rod, and a little bit of a mistake made there by V-Rod. He clipped that wall on the exit there. That's going to just stem his momentum slightly there, and a big wiggle coming out of the corner there by Lucas as he came out. So definitely racing hard, these two. But it's working. They're opening that gap up ever so slowly but surely. Almost 5 seconds now over Ishmael, who's just here without a slipstream partner or a drafting partner, so to speak, in kind of a no man's land right now. Got Jayset here in 4th position. Oh, it looks like we lost Gurgle here. Looks like we lost a driver, so it looks like we got one car down on the race here today and behind pit wall. Cusker here in 5th position. We've got Little Nicky here in 6th place. We've got Jakey in 7th place, and he's got Clarkey and Mobile Edge very close in behind here in 8th and 9th place as well. Piggums there in 10th. He's got about 5 seconds right now on that little pack up in front of him, but he's got a nice little cushion there to Renegade in 11th place, and behind him about 5 seconds. Streeter Tom right in behind him there in 12th place. King Ears starting to try and close up on those two a little bit here in 13th. Rose is now in 14th position here, so one driver behind pit wall here, one of our incredible sim racers, having some issues with that BRZ, and looks like Cart retired for the day, and that is unfortunate, but still going to get last place points out of the deal, so it's not all for nothing at least. But V-Rod here still in the lead, and again these two are really pushing it. You can see both of them clipping that outside wall as they come enter into the Bornstein curve sectors here, and just pushing hard, heading down into Zurich, heading down to the bridge here, and the gap is about 0.8 of a second right now. Got Jay here in 4th place. He's got a big gap in between him and the car in front and Cusker in behind here of 8 seconds both sides. Little Nicky is about 9 seconds in behind him here now. We got ERA's Jakey in 7th place here. We've got Clarkey in 8th. We got Mobile Edge still in 9th. So these three are kind of the closest 3 cars together here right now on the racetrack. Lots of pit stop strategies being played out here. We've seen some drivers make 2 stops already by lap 9. So interesting strategies. All I can say. See, it is getting very dark on the racetrack. There's not a whole lot of track lighting assistance at Deep Forest here either. I mean, outside of being inside the tunnels that are lit up, obviously, there's not a whole lot of lighting outside for the racetrack here at Deep Forest. They're in the mountains, so it gets pretty dark here, and the drivers really need to be on point now as the race continues to grow darker as we go later into the evening here, it's going to get more and more difficult. The track's going to start cooling down. That's also going to affect the grip levels on the race cars. It may also tighten the race cars up a little bit, which may also make it a little more difficult to get them to rotate around the corners as comfortably. There's a lot of factors that are happening here that drivers are constantly dealing with as the temperatures continue to change and as our race goes from day to night. Jay here in 4th place. He's got Cusker chasing him behind. Cusker's taking some time off him there in 5th place here currently. Trying to chase the man down. We got Nicky here in 6th place. We got Jakey in 7th. That gap's 4 seconds to Nicky. He's got Clarky just a second in behind. So Mobile Edge just a couple seconds right there as well. Pigham's slowly but surely just kind of closing in on this pack here. It was what, 5.7. He's got it down to about 4.7 seconds here now in 10th place. Got King Ears here in 11th. We got Tom in 12th. We got Renegade in 13th. We got Roses here in 14th position. And of course losing Gurgle there to some kind of whatever it may be, but car in behind Pit will also be a 15th place finish here for him today. Hate to see it, but still get a few points out of there, a couple points out of the deal at least anyway. Alright, so no battle happening here. This is just good, smart racing right now by the race leaders, Lucas and V-Rod. V-Rod obviously controlling the pace of the race up front here. Lucas just settled in behind our race leader, not battling with him, but also not allowing him to run away with it either. So Lucas is just kind of chilling right now. He's just staying in place and giving himself the best chance he can to try and ideally win the race at the end of the race. So right now no battling happening, and that's smart because it's not costing the drivers any time by not battling. Right now the gap is 8.5 seconds to Ishmael in 3rd place, so that teamwork in a sense has been working pretty good here for the two so far on the racetrack. Got Jay here in 4th place. We got Cusker in 5th. We got Little Nicky in 6th position. We got Jakey here in 7th place. Clarky still right there, 2nd in tow and behind, and Mobile Edge still a couple seconds in behind there as well. And Pigham's held another top 10 here. King here, 6.5 seconds in behind that driver, so Ears has managed to get his way around Tom and Renegade. Tom's also managed to get around Renegade here, so Renegade's in 13th, and Roses is closing in. It's about 3.6 seconds right now, and slowly but surely dropping, so Roses tracking there in 14th position here right now, and it's too early to tell who is going to win this race right now. I mean, sure, the gap looks big. It's a 9-second gap from the race leaders to Ishmael, and there is still 43 minutes remaining in this race, and anything can happen in that 43 minutes, so we're along for the ride right now. Let's go jump on board with Lucas here as he just follows in behind V-Rod right now. There's nothing really happening at the moment on the racetrack. Everybody's in their paces. Everybody's trying to close each other up right now. Strategy is full of play. The race settled down very, very quickly here today for a full stack grid. I'm really surprised, but it's just kind of what these two are dealing with here. I mean, he's in the slipstream there. I mean, he could very well just, have just a slightly better corner than V-Rod per se, and just pull right back up to the rear bumper of V-Rod and, use a slingshot engage style move to make his way around V-Rod and take first place. But I mean, again, is the risk versus reward. Why risk the battle and losing the time when the reward is still 42 minutes away at the end of the race, right? So just smart driving right now. You can see he's just closing in. He's not following directly in behind the race leader here either. He's keeping his car just a little bit outside of that dirty air zone and trying to just keep clean air in the race car, and that's allowing him to stay tight to the race leader here and not lose that time because the car is pushing or it doesn't want to turn in because it's not quite getting enough aerodynamic force to allow it to turn in. Because right now with him being tucked in behind the race leader, he doesn't have the same amount of downforce on the braking that he would normally have if he were in front, like V-Rod is here right now. He has nobody in front. He's just got clean air, so the car is getting nice, cool, fresh racing air. And Lucas in behind is getting dirty air from that car. So all the air that's going over that car, going through that car, going under that car, that's the air that Lucas is sucking up in front of his car. So it's not going to respond quite as well as, say, the race leader's car. So that's why we're going to see, and it's not just in this case, in any case, when you see cars driving behind each other, you'll see them moving left and right in a single file, just trying to get a little bit of fresh air into the front ends of the racing cars. Alright, Ishmael here is 10 seconds now is that gap. Big race IQ, you have Vax. Got J-Set here in 4th position as well. We got Cusker there in 5th place. We got Little Nicky here in 6th position. We got Jakey in 7th. We got Clarky here in 8th place. That gap has gone from about 1 to almost 3 seconds now. So Jakey's starting to show a little bit of pace, starting to try and open up that distance to the chasing driver in behind over the ledge. Just about 2.5 seconds. Not really losing, not really gaining on Clarky right now. Up ahead in 8th place. 4.6 seconds gap to Piggums here in 10th position as well. So Piggums again is just pacing the driver in front right now. These are just strategies at play right now. Most of the drivers are on the same racing tires currently as well, so that's why we're not seeing drivers necessarily gaining on each other as quickly as we do like we have in past rounds, because in past rounds we've seen quite a variation of tire compounds on the track surface at any given time. Here this week it seems like the strategy is pretty cut and dry, and everybody seems to be on a similar style tire compound strategy. Just when they're opting to make those pit stops is probably going to be the difference here today. Alright, we are on lap 15 here. Cusker in 5th place, and the field's just very spread out here. We got Little Nicky and Jakey here. This is starting to close up a little bit. We're within a second here as well, these two drivers. And again, it's the same question. Does Jakey decide to try and get around Little Nicky if he catches him, or does he just do what Lucas is opting to do behind the race leader right now and just kind of chilling behind and continue to use slipstream and pump drafting techniques to close the gap up to J-Set up in front in 4th place. And Jakey closed up a little bit more there as we head down into the Matterhorn tunnel, into the Monte Rosa tunnel now. You can see Jake's in the slipstream here now. He's in the 3/4 second range, and basically getting a full P of free pull up the racetrack into this braking zone here now in that slipstream. So exit's going to be huge here for Jake if he wants to stay close enough to Little Nicky to stay in that slipstream. And he just does exactly that. He might just stay within that 3/4 second range, and let's see if that helps pull him in a little bit there. As you can see, the time is dripping down, not extremely quickly, but definitely getting a little bit of extra couple miles an hour while he's tucked in behind Little Nicky up in front there. And just nothing doing. Lots of good equal pace drivers here right now. Nobody really able to make anything immediately happen here currently on the racetrack. And it looks like we got some lap traffic coming ahead of our race leaders here. And they may not be lap traffic in a sense either. Again, just different pit stop sequence, but because of that pit stop does put them, an extra 20 or 30 seconds behind on the racetrack compared to some people that haven't stopped yet. So that is going to have the leaders starting to close in on our 14th place driver, who currently on the track right now is Roses. So we do have Cusker gaining on fourth place driver J-Set here as well. So we got a couple of potential battles starting to brew here in the mid-pack, the front mid-pack. As we enter towards the middle part of the race here, we're just about 25 minutes into this thing now, and it's V-Rod in the lead, Lucas in second place. It's Ishmael in third, and J-Set getting it a little bit wrong there, and that is a massive hit there. He's going to lose that position to Cusker. He's going to continue on up the racetrack there, and he's going to lose some time to little Nicky and Jakey there in behind, and that's unfortunate there. So Cusker's going to grab that position, and oh boy. Along for the ride there was J-Set coming down Zurich, and just got a little bit of the grass there and made for a little bit of a wild ride. Alright, we got Cusker coming around here. Is he going to come into pit lane? I kind of thought he was, actually, so that's why I was asking that. We got Jay coming here. What's J-Set going to opt to do? J-Set is going to go around one more time here. So we got Cusker and Ishmael in pit lanes. We got Jakey, who's now just gotten around little Nicky, and just up ahead, little Nicky very securely tucked in underneath the rear wing of Jakey's BRZ there as we head into Geneva and both of them are going to grab a spot with, of course, pit stop sequences happening here. Looks like they came out just in behind Ishmael there, so Ishmael coming out just out in front of ERA's Jakey and RA's Nicky there as well. Clarkey's 4.6 seconds in behind those guys right now. We got Mobile Edge here in 8th position. He has about 3.9 seconds in behind Clarkey. Pickham's here in 9th place. He's got King Ears in 10th place, and about 0.6 of a second here is the gap between these two right now. Our race leaders have now entered pit lane here, so V-Rod and Lucas have now made their pit stops. We're just sticking with this for a second here to see if King Ears can close up on Piggums a little bit here. Both drivers doing a really good job here. So the gap is about 3/4 of a second. It was 0.6 of a second. So Piggum's actually kind of opening the gap up just a smidge, just by 1/10 over King Ears there through that final sector. So we got J-Set in pit lane there as well. Out of 3rd place in pit lane there. We got Lucas in the lead. So there we go. Pit strategies are going to start to play the factor here now. So Lucas is on a different strategy all of a sudden than V-Rod here in 2nd place. And Lucas has a 14-second gap. Jakey finds himself now in 3rd place with Ishmael still chasing. Ishmael chasing now in 4th place. So Ishmael having given up the spot to Jakey there after he came out of pit lane. Little Nicky now trying to find his way around Ishmael here as we head into the Matterhorn Tunnel. So let's see if little Nicky gets a run here and opts to try and make a move on Ishmael heading into the St. Bernard Bend, and that is most certainly going to be the case here, I think, as Ishmael actually goes defensive heading into St. Bernard Bend on little Nicky, and it is race on here between these two drivers right now. We're going to see a little switcheroo. No, little Nicky just rolls up in behind and settles back in behind Ishmael. Clarkey in 6th place, Mobile Edge just in behind there in 7th as well. Those two are starting to close in on this little battle here as well. So very quickly we're starting to see some guys start to close up again as pit stops start to kind of even themselves out. These drivers are going to start finding themselves in battles here again, and defensive going into Geneva, but little Nicky goes in real deep there and can't hold the corner, and Ishmael's going to keep it tight, but little Nicky coming back with a great run out of the corner, and he's going to come in with a cutback, and he's going to get the position as we head into the S's there. So little Nicky with a great battle over teammate Ishmael there for 4th and 5th place, and he's going to get the job done as they head into the Borstein curves right there, and that was a great little fight between the two drivers right there. But great for Clarkey too, because now he's only 1.2 seconds in behind those two. So all that battling allowed him to close up on the back end of those two drivers. And now he's got a driver up there. So that tends to take a racer and put him into a little bit of a different level all of a sudden. So it is chase on here for Clarkey. Mobile Edge up in the 7th place here. He's got Piggums chasing 1.9 seconds in behind, and King Ears is still right there in behind Piggums in 9th place as well. So these three guys are almost closed right up here and may potentially turn into a three-way battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th place as well. Jay comes up 5.5 seconds in behind those drivers in 10th place after making his pit stop. We've got Cusker there in 11th. We've got Tom here in 12th. We got Renegade in 13th. And we got Roses here in 14th position. So it is Lucas with the race lead. It's 9.2 seconds right now over V-Rod in 2nd place. And again, drivers opting to take different strategies here in that first round of pit stops. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out at the end of the race. V-Rod here in 2nd. We got Jakey here in 3rd. King Ears on his fastest lap right now, the 26.354. That's a really quick lap. Nicky here in 4th position, still chasing Jakey. We got Ishmael now in 5th place and under fire here from Clarkey. So Ishmael's slowly dripping down the field here after that pit stop, but one in the books and one to go yet, so lots of racing left to happen here. We're just past the halfway mark. We're 30 and a half minutes into this race. Lots to happen still. Ishmael goes defensive there as Clarkey continues to try and close the gap up here. He's in that slipstream now. He's under half a second in closing here, and we could see it potentially in the St. Bernard's Bend here. Let's see if he can get close enough to try and get an inside line heading into the corner here. It doesn't appear to be that that's going to be the case here for this time around. Ishmael's going to take that nice defensive line, get a good exit here, and hold off to charge Clarkey for the time being. But Clarkey is most certainly there, applying a little bit of pressure to Ishmael up in front of him there in 5th place. So great racing by the two drivers here. Still side by side as we head into Geneva. Clarkey trying to hang it out on the outside there, and that's going to give him the inside line now coming into the S. It's the first S anyway, so he's going to get it done. He's just going to slot up in front of Ishmael there. So Ishmael falling down into 6th place there as Clarkey gets the job done, heading on the outside of Geneva there. That was a great pass by Clarkey over Ishmael there, and Ishmael going defensive, saying you're going to do it, you got to do it the hard way. And Clarkey's like, all right, well, I guess we're going to go and try it the hard way. And mission success. Alright, so we got Piggums here in 7th place. He's got 5 seconds in behind Ishmael right now. We got Jay is 9 seconds in behind Piggums, and he's got Cusker chasing in behind here in 9th place as well. Streeter Tom in 10th, closing in on these guys here. We got Mobile Ledge in 11th position. We've got King Ears here in 12th. We got Roses in 13th, and Renegade now just being released from his pit box there for making a scheduled pit stop as well. And he's going to come out, looks like just in behind our race leader there. 2nd place driver, pardon me. So Lucas 36 here in the lead. 5 seconds now the gap to V-Rod here in 2nd position. Jakey in 3rd place here, and of course that was Renegade we've seen in behind V-Rod there, not Jakey. So So Jakey's 12 seconds in behind. It's Little Nicky here in 4th place. We've got Clarky in 5th position, and he made his way around Ishmael about a lap and a little bit ago. Lucas and Jakey now both coming into pit lane here as well. So Ishmael coming down and around here should get a couple of spots there as he comes around the bend. And coming around Lone Tree, heading to the start-finish line there, he's going to find himself in 4th place with pit stops from Jakey, Piggums, and Lucas. So Cusker here in 8th place has managed his way around J-Set here. Streeter Tom now also working on trying to close the gap to J-Set there and grab position on J-Set as well. But J-Set tucks firmly in behind Cusker here and just try not to let Cusker go anywhere. So after a stop, Jakey comes out in 9th place. Piggums comes out in 10th. King Ears here in 11th place. Piggums here in 11th place apparently. We got Roses in 12th. We've got Mobile Ledge here in 13th position. We got Renegade coming around St. Bernard's Bend there in 14th position here. So one driver behind pit wall here with the DNF on the night. I'm not sure what the issue was that caused the car to go behind the wall, but Gurgle going to get 15th place finish here today. So it is V-Rod now with the race lead. Of course, Lucas made a pit stop there, so that now gives V-Rod the lead of the race back. Little Nicky actually just jumps into pit lane here, so that moves Clarky up into 2nd place here now. Ishmael also jumps into pit lane, so that's going to give Lucas back 3rd position as he comes up Lone Tree here and heads to the start-finish line to start lap number 25. So we got about 15 more laps remaining here in the race tonight, give or take. Cusker here in 4th place, Jakey up in 5th. We got Little Nicky in pit lane, Ishmael in pit lane, Jay in pit lane, Streeter Tom in pit lane. We got King Ears here in 10th place, looking to grab a handful of positions here as he comes across the start-finish line. Piggums in tow right there in 10th place as well. And where do they all settle out here? Ishmael just comes out ahead of these guys, and King Ears is in 8th and Piggums in 9th place. We got Roses here in the top 10. You can see Streeter Tom and Jay just coming out here in 11th and 12th position and behind him there. Mobile Ledge in 13th. We got Renegade there in 14th position. So it is V-Rod right now in control. He's got fastest lap of the race and currently here with a 26.1 at the moment. And I'm sure that may be contested at some point here. Got Clarky coming into pit lane. I'm assuming that's for his final stop of the race as well. So most of these drivers now are going to be on their full final run here, and it's going to be game on. So it's Lucas chasing V-Rod right now. The gap is 27 seconds. Clarky is just got into his pit stall. We got Cusker coming into pit lane here for what I would assume would be his final stop of the race as well. So that's going to move Jakey up into 3rd position. But Jakey really does need to finish ahead of V-Rod here today. So interesting to see what happens here after this final pit stop. We got Little Nicky here in 4th. We got Clarky comes out in 5th position. Ishmael is at speed coming down in turn 1, but Clarky should hold the position on Ishmael here, and that's going to leave Ishmael in 6th place. King Ears is in 7th. We've got Piggums here in 8th. We got Cusker in 9th. Streeter Tom here in 10th position. A little bit of a slide into turn 1 there. It's going to cost me just a little nibble of time right there on J-Set in 11th place chasing. We've got Mobile Edge here in 12th. We've got Roses in 13th. We got Renegade now up into 13th. Roses in 14th as he goes to make a pit stop here for, I'm assuming, his final stop of the race. Alright, so all the eyes are on this guy right now. He is on an alternative strategy, as I like to call it. And he's going to be finishing this race off on the hard tires. The question is, how many hard tire laps is he going to have to do at the end of the race? And does he have enough of a gap built up over Lucas to be able to hold off a 4 to 5 lap hard tire charge? Because fuel is going to kind of dictate when he's going to have to come in and take those hard racing tires. So Lucas here in second place. He's got 17 seconds over Jakey right now. So Jakey is about 45 seconds off the race leader. But again, the race leader still owes a pit stop. So there's about a 20 to 25 second loss right there for that stop. So he's about 15 to 20 seconds behind the race leader, all said and done, when we factor in that final pit stop. Clarkey here in 5th position. We got Ishmael here in 6th place. We got King Ears here in 7th. These two are starting to close up a little bit here once again. So interesting to see if we see any battles develop there. But you can see Piggums is just lurking in the background here in 8th place. And again, that's only a 1.8 second gap over King Ears as well. So getting close. As I said, as the pit stop sequences start to finish up here, the drivers are going to start getting closer back together, and that's what we're seeing. So now we're starting to see 2 second gap differences compared to 8, 10, 12 second gap differences. We got Streeter Tom here in 10th position. We got Jay in 11th place. We got Mobile Ledge in 12th place. We got Renegade in 13th. And we got Roses in 14th position as he comes around and even there. Alright, so it is a V-Rod here with the race lead. You can see as he heads up into the Monte Rosa tunnel, he's got somebody's car up ahead of him there. It's going to be an opposite lap traffic situation, but whose car that is, I don't know. Alright, so start lap 29. The gap is 35 seconds between V-Rod and Lucas. Can Lucas close that gap up? And that gap, I'm pretty sure, was only 20-something seconds before, so maybe a mistake made by Lucas there. Got Jake in 3rd place. He's no pressure behind right now. He's got Little Nicky chasing, but it's 5 seconds. Clarkey is about 2.5 seconds in behind him at the moment. We got Ishmael in 6th place. He's got 3.5 to teammate up in front of him there, and he's got King Ears about 1.1 in behind in 7th place. Piggums here in 8th place, trying to close up on those guys. Got it down to 2 seconds now. We've got Cusker here in 9th place. He's got 2.5 seconds before he is on the back bumper of Piggums BRZ. Got Streeter Tom here in 10th, and there's a little bit of gap between the mid pack and the final pack here as well. And a half-second track limit penalty there for Tom, so definitely not what any driver likes to see. Jay set here in 11th place. In behind, we got Mobile Edge here in 12th. We got Renegade in 13th. We got Roses there in 14th position. So one driver down and out. 14 still on the track. Having ourselves a pretty good Division 1 race here tonight. V-Rod comes around to start lap 30 here. We're at about 7, 8 to go, something like that. Not even 6 to go, maybe 5. I figured it was gonna be a 40 lap race. It's looking to be about a 35 lapper, so that's interesting. So Clarkey's closed up a little bit here, a couple tenths, 2.3 seconds. Now it was 2.5 seconds last time around there. Stefan, appreciate that like on the stream. Derek Nolan as well. I appreciate you, my guy. Ishmael in 6th position here. He's got 4 seconds to Clarky, but now he's starting to feel a little bit of pressure here from King Ears as King Ears is lurched in underneath that half-second range. Are we going to see a move into Grand or St. Bernard's Bend, pardon me, from King Ears here? Doesn't look like it. Ishmael's going to take that nice tight line. King Ears is just going to take the sweeping optimal racing line through there. King Ears not seeming to be too worried at the moment anyways, trying to work his way around teammate Ishmael. We got Pickums here in 8th place. And that might be why he realizes that that driver is in behind him there. He knows if he tries to make a move and he doesn't get it done quickly, that's going to allow that 8th place driver to get into the fight. So Cusker here in 9th place. And it's 3 seconds in behind Piggums. We got Streeter Tom here. He's got 11 seconds right now to Cusker up in front, but he's got Jason closing in here little bit by little bit here as the laps progress. And as we head into Geneva, turn number 1 here, Jay is only 7/10 of a second behind Streeter Tom, so a little bit of a battle developing here as well. Mobile Edge in 12th position, we got Renegade here in 13th, and we got Roses in 14th position, so it's been a quiet race, hasn't it, chat? Everybody knows what's on the line, everybody knows what time's running out to gain points and then try to secure their best possible spot in finishing, overall finishing standings. So I think that's exactly what we're seeing. This is a case of drivers that came in, they have their plan and they have stuck to that plan. And the end result is what we got going on in front of us here tonight. It's been very calculated by the drivers. Clarky's done a good job at trying to close in Little Nicky here as well. So the gap was like three seconds almost. Now we're down to basically into the slipstream. Not quite, but almost into that range now. So King Ears has made his way around Ishmael there. Looks like it just happened to as well. Made a little mistake heading into the Bornstein curves there, but manages to hold the position. So King Ears does find himself now up into 6th place. Ishmael in 7th, and Piggums starting to try and close in. Still trying to close in. And from 8th place in behind there. Streeter Tom and Jay said here that gap is 8/10 of a second separating the two drivers here as well right now as we hit the St. Bernard's Bend on the end of their lap 32 here. And a big wiggle from Jay set there trying to come out of the exit on that corner, and that may have potentially cost him only a little bit of time, but nonetheless time on catching up to Streeter Tom, maybe trying to make a move or something happen into turn 1, but still some time on the clock. We still got 11 and a half minutes remaining in this race yet, so drivers aren't all full panic mode yet. We're trying to really push to get that best position. We got Lucas just putting fastest lap on the racetrack in with a 126.082 here as well. gap is still about 35 seconds between V-Rod and Lucas right now. 34 when we were just there. That gap hasn't changed for pretty much the duration of this final stint so far. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen when V-Rod finally makes his pit stop here, and I think it's going to have to be fairly soon. Judging by the amount of time left on the clock, we have just over 11 minutes remaining here, so see what else we got going on here. Starting to get a nice little mid-pack battle happening here between Ears, Ishmael, and Piggums. I mean, they've been close together for a few laps now, but not really close enough to fight with each other. But they're really starting to close in on each other here, and you can see Cusker is just off in the background there as well, trying to close in on these this group of drivers in the mid pack here. So as we head into St. Bernard's Bend here on lap 34, I mean, we're down to the wire. We got 10 minutes left, so about 6 laps to go. I was thinking a 50-minute race here. This is going to be about a 40-lap race. So it is V-Rod here. He's still got 35 seconds, but at some point here, as you can see on the screen, he's going to have to make that pit stop here. And it's either going to be this time around or next time around, depending on whether or not there's enough fuel to go around another lap, I'm assuming. So let's stay with our race later here and see what he does. Is he going to move into pit lane? Nope, he's going to go one more. So he's definitely got enough in the tank for one more run. So let's see what Lucas can do here. Now, essentially this is going to be V-Rod's in lap, so he's going to want to absolutely maximize this lap before he enters pit lane. Lucas is going to want to really cook this lap in the next lap here to try and close up any gap that's going to be between the two drivers when that pit stop sequence finally sorts itself out. Got Jakey up in third place here. He's got a distance between him and Lucas right now. Third place may be what he's looking at here tonight. But he's got little Nicky and Clarky closing in quickly here in fourth or fifth place as well. So battles brewing everywhere around the racetrack at the moment here as the clock starts to wind down with 8 to go. 8 minutes to go, that is. Okay, so it's King Ears, it's Ishmael, and it's Piggums. Piggums is close right in on the tail fin of Ishmael here. He's on the outside there. It was side by side as we entered the corner, but Ishmael's going to edge Piggums out here coming out of the corner. So for the time being, Ishmael's going to hold P7 away from Piggums. Piggums looks like he's starting to try and apply the pressure. This is good for King Ears here now in sixth place. Our race leader has made that pit stop. We'll go and check on that in just a moment's time here. I'm going to stick with this little battle between Ishmael and Piggums. So as I was saying, this is going to be good for King Ears. It's going to allow him to try and drive away a little bit from these two if they continue to battle. Right now, they are not. Piggums is in behind, maybe waiting for a certain part of the racetrack. Maybe he's assessing the opponent. Maybe he is at the same pace as Ishmael. We don't really know, but definitely nose to tail, and Ishmael has shown to be defensive here so far all night long, so I don't expect to see anything different here tonight. Coming into this corner, and he's going to try and make Piggums do it on the high side again. Piggums gets a good run out of the corner there, but not quite good enough to make a switcheroo happen. Oh boy, a bobble there from Piggums. Just getting back on the power there. He manages to keep it underneath of him there, but that's going to take him off that battle, and now Cusker's hunting him down here. So we got Jay in 10th place here. Streeter Tom is in 11th position with Mobile Ledge right on his tail here as we head in St. Bernard's corner here. These two as well. And Mobile Ledge is hot on the chase here on the backside of Tom. So even in the backpack here, we got battles happening between the drivers. Alright, so V-Rod has made his pitch. He's come out and he's got 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here to hold Lucas off. We've seen much of the same thing last week. Lucas gave a good charge, but it was just a little too short on King Ears last weekend. So Lucas here in second place. V-Rod has 8.8 seconds. Jakey here in third place. Has to worry about Little Nicky and Clarky. These guys are closing in. It is now 1.5 seconds. They're not battling each other right now. I think they see a bigger prize, and that bigger prize is to fight for third place here right now. With Jakey just up ahead here, so this is going to potentially end up to be a three-way battle for that final podium spot here in this race as well as we wind down. King Ears in 6th place. Ishmael still right there. He's hanging in there, 1.2 seconds. Cusker has managed to navigate around Piggums there after that mistake from Piggums. So Piggums drops back down into 9th position there after that little oopsies. 9th place there for Piggums. We got Jay Set in 10th position. We got Streeter Tom here in 11th. We got Mobile Ledge in 12th place. Renegade there in 13th. And Roses in 14th position. Appreciate that like on the stream, Kill. Appreciate you, my dude. Alright, so it's V-Rod leading the charge here and in command. 16 seconds to gap here now, so Lucas making a mistake here. It was 8.8 seconds when we were checking this out last time around. And now we're down to 16 seconds here, so something happened there in behind V-Rod, and right now he just needs to keep it clean and keep it efficient, and it's his to lose at this point. Jakey here in third place, and he's not so comfortable right now. He has got a battle ensuing in behind him here. He knows they're there. Obviously those headlights are blaring in the rearview mirror of that car. You can see him going right to toe across the track there. You got Clarky and Little Nicky. One of them had the penalty there, so I think it was Little Nicky had the penalty, so Clarky's actually going to move up ahead of Little Nicky. A small amount of contact under braking there. No harm, no foul there between the two drivers, and Clarky moves up into 4th place. Little Nicky finds himself now in 5th place, and they're both still chasing Jakey in 3rd. So it's King Ears here in 6th place, with Ishmael just in behind here in 7th place. He's closing that gap up. It was 1.5, now it's 6/10. Piggums here in 8th place. He has gotten back around Cusker, so I'm not sure what happened to Cusker. Mistake maybe made by Cusker there, and he's now back in 9th place. Got Jay here in 10th position. We got Streeter Tom here in 11th. We got Mobile Ledge in 12th. We got Renegade in 13th. And Roses here rounding up that field in 14th position. Gergo from Incredible Sim Racing retired early on in the race behind Pip Wall for a 15th place finish here tonight as well. So when V-Rod comes around the start-finish line here, he's going to be 2 to go. Lose about 2.5 minutes on the clock, which, as you can see, it's 1.5 minutes each time around the racetrack. Just a little less, so it'll be 2 to go for our race leader here. When Lucas comes back around, it should also be 2 to go for him. But now that gap is closed up as well to Jakey and Clarky and Little Nicky from Lucas here as well, with whatever happened there, that little mistake or whatever it was that caused Lucas to lose 8 seconds there. But now he's only got a 5-second gap on. This ensuing battle here for 3rd place, it seems to be, as they come across the start-finish line, is going to be 2 to go for these drivers as well. And boy, the tanks are looking a little light in some of these race cars right now, as you can see. ERA Jakey, ERA is Clarky, and RA Little Nicky nose to tail here as we head up in towards the Morenstein curves for the 40th time here tonight. And we're just taking a little peek-sees here at the situations. We got King Ears here in 7th, Piggums closing in here in 8th. We got Cusker in 9th place and 4.8 seconds. JSEC closing in, so some potential fuel saving happening from some of our drivers maybe here as well. Ooh, a little mistake coming out of St. Bernard's Bend there from Tom. You can see him just getting that car back up to speed. and that's going to allow Renegade and Roses to potentially close up here as well. So final lap here as V-Rod comes around Lone Tree, and it's going to be 1 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. So white flag waves here for V-Rod. 18 seconds is that gap. We got Lucas here in second place as well, and he's going to be on his final lap as he comes up the hill here around Lone Tree. And then we got this battle for third position between Jake, Clarkey, and Little Nicky here, and they all come across the line. Final lap for these 3 drivers here as well, and it is not going to be so much patience now. It is going to be these guys battling it out here, I think, for that position. Ishmael here up into 6th place. Got Piggums here in 7th, so he's managed to get his way around King Ears here as well. King Ears is on his final lap. We got Kuska coming around here. He's in 9th place. JSEC comes through. It is going to be final lap for him here as well. And he's going to be the final driver to get across on the 41st lap here. So it's going to be a race finish here for Mobile Edge. It's going to be a 10th place finish here for this driver as he comes around. An 11th place finish for this driver as he comes across the line. Congratulations to him. It's going to be Streeter Tom coming around here in 12th position as well, as he comes around St. Bernard's Bend here for the final time. You can see Bite the Roses there has taken a checkered flag in 14th position there as well. You can see Renegade just coming in behind Tom here as they come around checkered flag here, and that is V-Rod. Congratulations to V-Rod there. I thought that might have been him up ahead of Tom as he crossed the start-finish line there. So race win for V-Rod, and that should help pad that championship point standing lead he has a little bit here coming into tonight's round. Lucas is going to take a 2nd place finish. Seems quite content about that. He's just flashing those headlights coming across the line. And boy, it is going to just manage to be Jakey coming across the line in 3rd place, followed by Clarkey and Little Nicky. And if you guys wanted a team photo right there at Race Asylum, that is most certainly a great one right there. Ishmael comes through in 6th place. We got Piggums rolling out. It's going to be a 7th place finish for him. King Ears is going to bring it home here in 8th place, and he is on fumes coming across the line there. Cusker is going to bring it home in 9th place, and JSET is going to round it out here, and he's going to be the final driver to take that checkered flag here tonight in 10th position. So that's great racing right there by Division 1. GG's to all the drivers right there, but it is going to be a race win to M. Saboka, or V-Rod on screen. So congratulations to Mr. Saboka for another really great race here again today. All right, so it is V-Rod with the race win, but it's going to be Lucas with the fastest lap on the racetrack as a 26.082. It's going to be Jakey in 3rd place, Clarkey in 4th, Little Nicky in 5th, Ishmael in 6th, Piggums in 7th place. It's going to be King Ears in 8th. It's going to be RA's Cusker in 9th place, TT's JSET in 10th. It's going to be Mobile Edge in 11th position, Streeter Tom in 12th, Renegade in 13th position, Roses in 14th, and Gurgle behind pit wall early on with a DNF there, but did start the race. So unfortunate for him, but great racing here by all our racers today, and well done. Very, very well done. All right, so we're going to jump out of the lobby here. But that does not mean that all the racing action is done, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to take a wrong voice volume. There we go. We're going to take a 10-minute pause here in the stream. We're not going to shut the stream down. We're just going to take a 10-minute pause here. That's going to give me a chance to give the production crew some time to get us the race from Division 2. So we're going to grab the Division 2 race, we're going to load it up, and we're going to bring the Division 2 race as it happened, because it ran at the same time as Division 1 just a few minutes ago. It should just be finishing up here as well, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes once we got the race queued up and ready to go. Alright, I apologize about the delay, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a Division 2 replay currently, so we'll give it a couple minutes here. And if we don't get one queued up, then we'll just shut down the stream for the day. No big deal. It is what it is. We all know how this game is. You have to look. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be at the top of the list. Alright, Pigums is there from last week. Oops. Hit the wrong button, chat. Yeah, no, we don't have a replay. Alright. So, with that being said, chat, appreciate y'all. If we end up getting a replay at some point in time here, we can always do a highlight video up or something like that too. We definitely would like to thank everybody for stopping by, hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the Division 1 race. It was a little bit spread out tonight. But again, we're getting down to that point where we're ready to crown our champion for the season, and it's business now. It's each driver has their plan, each driver has their strategy, and each driver doesn't want to play nice anymore. They want the best absolute position they can get on the racetrack to maximize their overall finishing position. And Jake finds himself in a tough spot here now. He's definitely gonna have to put in a huge race in round 9 next weekend. We'll have to see how he responds to that, but great job to all the group here. I have no comment right at the moment, you guys, to be honest. Alright. I've refreshed. I've actually shut the game off and turned the game back on, and there's still no replay. Well, why would you tag it under that? Alright, guys, we've had dead air for 45 minutes, so we're starting this thing. Division 2 race starts now. Here we go. Alright, bar 27 in pole. Looks like Fabius in second place. It's Rusty in third. It's Hooli in fourth. Cupcake in fifth. Ray Racer in sixth. Floyd in seventh. Maddie in eighth. Keyboard doesn't work on replays. Alright, we got JP here in 9th, we got Johnny in 10th, we got Skunk in 11th, we got Tubes in 12th, we got Ken in 13th, we got Onzaway in 14th. So a nice stack grid here in Division 2 as well. So let's just continue on here. We got Fabius in the early race lead here. Again, it's the same thing as Division 1. Racing hard, racing medium, and racing soft tires required. And 1 hour endurance race. Rusty here in second position. We got Bar 27 here in third. We got Ray Racer in fourth. We got Floyd in fifth. We got Hooley in sixth. We got JP in seventh. We got Johnny in eighth. We got Maddie in ninth. We got Skunk in 10th. We got Tubes in 11th. We got Ken in 12th. We got Onzaway in 13th. And, some damage here on the front nose clip of Cupcake's car here, 14th. So he got himself into a little bit of trouble. And he's just a hair off the pack there, about 4 seconds right now. No harm, no foul. Again, first lap of the race, so about 39 more of these guys to go yet before this thing's all said and done here. But it is Fabius, I'm not sure how to pronounce that properly actually. In the lead here, it's Rusty in second place, it's Bar in third, it's Ray in fourth, it's Floyd in fifth, it's Hooley here in sixth, it's JP in seventh, it's Johnny in eighth, it's Maddie in ninth, Skunk in 10th, we got Tubes here in 11th, we got Ken in 12th, Onzaway in 13th, and Cupcake here in 14th position. Ooh, big slide there from Rusty in second place as he was coming into the Borstein curves there. It looked like he was just starting to get a little bit of a run on our race leader there, but just a little mistake there, Hard sector, that first sector. We've seen lots of the Division 1 guys sliding through there, bouncing off the wall, coming through there as well. We got Bar 27 here in third, Hooley here in fourth place right now. We got Ray Racer in fifth, and this guy destroyed the field in round 7. He won that race by well over 45 seconds, so a little surprised to see him in lobby 2, to be honest, here this week. JP here in 6th place. We got Johnny here in 7th, and he's in a battle right now with Skunk, side-by-side action as they come out of the Matterhorn tunnel heading into the Monte Rosa tunnel, and as we head into Clark Bent's curve, wow, just that corner name has just completely evaded me. Although St. Bernard's Bend, Skunk finds himself ahead of Johnny there, getting the move done, heading in under the braking zone there. So Tubes in 9th place here. We got Maddie in 10th. We got Ken in 11th. We got Onzaway in 12th. Floyd here in 13th. And Cupcake here in 14th position. So I'm not sure if he made a pit stop there, but now he's off the back at a great run from Rusty here on Fabius, and it's side-by-side action through Sector 1. That's a tough sector to go side-by-side through. Great job there by the two drivers. And Fabius gets into the wall a little bit there. That is definitely going to slow the momentum down and hurt the car a little bit here. He's got some front and nose damage on this car here now as well. As second place is applying all kinds of pressure here, and it is on here for first and second place right now between Fabius and Rusty. So Bar 27 here, he's in third place. He's about second and a half off those guys, maybe a second now, but carrying that half-second track limit penalty, and that's going to be devastating here as he's going to be serving that into the second tunnel on this long back straight here, and Hooley is chasing him down. Do we have full audio here, guys? Sorry, we don't have full audio. There we go. Now we got some full audio. How's it going, Poop Town? How you doing, brother? Thanks, Misty. Alright, so it is Hooley here. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I just had the audio shut off there. Ray Racer making a mistake there going into St. Bernard Bend there, and he's going to lose a position to JP there in 5th place. So just getting the job done there, too, as it was a spicy battle to get the job done there. Ray Racer, though, jumps into pit lane. So we got Skunk here in 6th place. We got Ray in... Woo! We had somebody going for a ride right there. Looked like Johnny C went for a ride right there. That was craziness right there. It's some 360, big smoke show. I think the driver was trying to go into pit lane, and I think something happened, and maybe he caught pit lane entry wall or something and spun him, and he ended up getting reset on the track. I'm not sure what happened there, but that was some pretty craziness right there. So hopefully he can get himself locked back into the race here and continue on the racetrack. But some excitement happening there in the backside of the pack there But it is Fabius here right now in the lead. He's got about a second gap over Rusty, so the intense battling is kind of slowed down here. Rusty's now trying to close back up to the race leader there. We got Barr and Hooley here in third and fourth place, and Hooley's just been kind of sitting in that about a half second, 6/10 of a second range of Barr here pretty much all race long. A penalty didn't cost Barr position, but it cost him a little bit of distance to Hooley, obviously. And as we head into St. Bernard's Bend for the fourth time here today, Bar 27 still holding in third place, but Hooley is there and closing. We've got JP in fifth place and Skunk there in sixth place as well, making a big mistake coming into the corner there. You see him just keeping the car out of the wall there in the corner, and it's a dangerous corner. It's a big braking zone. You're coming from very high speed, and if you miss that braking zone even by a little bit, that tends to be the end result in that corner, where you're fighting the car, trying to keep it out of the wall at that point, and runoff, very little bit of runoff that is available at the outside edge of that corner. So heading into Geneva here, Maddie now chasing down Tubes. It's about 3/4 of a second between the two right now. We got Floyd here in ninth place in that chrome machine. Ken here in 10th position. We got Ray Racer in 11th after making a pit stop. We got On's Away here in 12th. We got Johnny C into pit lane, and Cupcake is in pit lane. So I think that is what happened. I think Johnny C tried to get into pit lane there. I think he might have had a mistake happen or something happen there, and I think he just caught the edge of pit entry wall, and it spun him sideways, and that spin sideways reset him out onto the racetrack. So I think he had to bring the car back around so he could re-enter pit lane properly, because it's just a weird game thing that happens in Gran Turismo 7 sometimes. Unfortunate for Johnny as well, but Fabius gets a big run there, big wiggle coming out of the corner there. He's opened up a big gap here all of a sudden, so Rusty having some complications here at some point in the racetrack somewhere potentially, and you can see Barr and Hooley closing in here as well. So race leader has a little bit of a cushion here right now over second, third, and fourth place that are very quickly closing up. There's about a second and a half separating second, third, and third to fourth place right now. Hooley is right there as well. I mean, he's just sitting there. He's been there the whole race long, just chilling in behind the third place driver car. Big slide coming around Geneva there, but he gathers that thing back up and he keeps it moving in a forward direction. We got Skunk there in fifth place with JP here in sixth, and JP and Skunk here battling for fifth and sixth place here. This has changed hands since the last time we were in this position on the racetrack. It was JP in fifth and Skunk in sixth. Now it's the other way around here. So Skunk having a pretty good race here tonight. We got Tubes here in seventh position. You can see the dust flying off the track as Maddie goes real wide coming out of the corner there, picking up all that dirt on the side of the racetrack there. We got Floyd in ninth place, and he's got about 3 seconds or so in front of him between himself and Maddie and Tubes. So we got Ken here in 10th position. There's a little bit of a gap there. Now these are the drivers that have made pit stops once already this race, so that's where that gap difference is starting to come in. We got On's Away here in 12th. We got Cupcake in 13th position here, and we got Johnny in 14th. And unfortunately for Johnny, he was victim of the game incident, factor, glitch, whatever you want to call it, happened there. And just a little bit on the back foot here, but there's still 42 minutes or 51 minutes of racing remaining here. So lots of time to go here still. Rusty here in second place. We got Bar 27 chasing here in third. We got Hooley right there in fourth place. And again, just try not to let that podium get away from him here a little bit. They've opened up the gap just a small amount, but nothing that isn't unmanageable here for this driver currently. We got Skunk in fifth place, and he's starting to close in on Hooley a little bit. JP still in tow right there, second in behind. So really our top 6 drivers are quite relatively close for the most part here. Fabius is starting to really open up the gap here now though on the lobby. We got Maddie here in 8th place. We got Floyd in 9th. We got Ken here in 10th. We got Ray in 11th. Battle right there. Hold on, let's get back to that. Ray Racer and On's Away having a little battle here through a very difficult sector of the racetrack as well. Again, that first sector, it's a very difficult spot to go side by side through. Ray Racer's going to get the job done there, and he's going to move ahead of Ken, or aka Scary Guy for You, in 11th place. On's Away here in 12th, closing in on that battle that was just happening in front of him, pardon me. We got Cupcake there in 13th and Johnny in 14th position. So definitely got to put his head down and put the foot into the loud pedal a little does Johnny to make up for the craziness that we just missed on camera there a few moments ago. So Fabius here comes across the line, currently the fastest man on the track as well right now, 27.3, and the gap is fairly significant. It's 10, maybe 12, maybe 15 seconds, somewhere in about that area. Bar 27 now up into second place, so that means Rusty has made a mistake, or pit stop. Looks like he made a mistake as he's down into fourth place here now. Hooley's also gotten around, so Bar 27 finds himself in second. Hooley finds himself in third. We got Rusty here in fourth position. We got Skunk in fifth. We've got JP here in sixth place. We've got Tubes, here in seventh. We've got Maddie here in 8th, we've got Floyd in 9th, we got Ray here in 10th, we got Onzaway in 11th, we got Cupcake here in 12th, and we got Johnny in 13th. We just lost somebody. Who'd we lose? So again, issues for one driver here on the racetrack. Very early in the race, we've seen this in Division 1 too, with Gurgle having to retire the car early in the race and take a 15th place position finish. We're going to see a driver here having to take a 14th place position finish for the same thing here tonight. So it's Bar 27 here in second, it's Hooley in third, and it's Rusty in fourth. So second, third, and fourth place are very close together, maybe 1.1 seconds separating the three cars together. So great little drive battle developing and happening here in the front half of the pack right now. We got Skunk and JP. These two haven't left each other go all race long yet either, and they're in 5th and 6th place, and they're not that far off that front lead pack either right now. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. So ooh, he hooked that curb a little bit though, does Skunk, and that might allow JP to get a run there. And JP's going to take a look up the inside. That's going to put him on the outside. He's just going to settle back in behind. And again, it's a very difficult section to go 2x2 through. So I think he just chose to kind of tuck back in behind and maybe wait for a better opportunity to try and get around. But thought he had an opening on the outside of the exit of turn 1 there, and it got closed off by Skunk. So good defense there as well with that little mistake that he made there. It got a little too comfortable with that inside curve, and it almost threw his car around there. Tubes here in 7th place. We got Maddie chasing in 8th as well. So he's got a little bit of distance there. 1.5 seconds, give or take, maybe a little less, between him and Tubes up in front of him right now. And then Floyd's chasing him behind here as well. Floyd started to close that gap back up on these drivers a little bit. That gap was kind of, I think it was around that 5-6 second mark, and I think he's got that down to about that 4 or 5 second mark now. So slowly but surely he's cutting into that gap. Ray Racer here in 10th position, and not having the dominating performance that we've seen out of him last week. Currently right now on the racetrack, he's got a penalty there too. He's got to serve, which isn't ideal, but nobody close enough in behind to capitalize on that. So he's going to lose a little bit of time on 2 ons away, but in the grand scheme, still pretty good. A little bit of a cushion right there in behind him. We got Cupcake in 12th place and Johnny C here in 13th. I'm trying to figure out which driver we lost here. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. So it is Fabius here. He's in the race lead. I mean, he's checked out from the front pack here at the moment. He is 15 seconds, call it, ahead of Bar 27 here in second position. Oh, and Hooley makes a mistake there. Hooley goes sideways. He loses the back end of the car coming out of the first tunnel there, and that is going to be Rusty to move back up into 3rd place. Skunk's going to take advantage, move himself up into 4th place, and Hooley getting himself turned around and collected up here. He's got front end damage on that racing car as well, which will stick around for 30 seconds. Light damage model here in the series. Gonna have to find himself now holding off Tubes and Maddie, who has closed right on the back door here of Noob Tubum here. And are we going to see a battle here from Maddie? We're going defensive here. That's questionable defending right there, but you know, that's just my opinion. Moving across the racetrack multiple times is not defending properly, in my opinion. That might have just been trying to break the toe here as Maddie closes in. So It's Floyd here in 8th place. We got JP in 9th. We got Ray there in 10th. We got Onzaway here in 11th. We got Cupcake in 12th. And we got Johnny C here rounding out the field 13th position. So he has gained a position there with the unfortunate retiring of the driver that was there. Who it was, I can't remember for some reason. It's just eluding me right at the moment. But our race leader is basically just coming out of the first sector here, heading down into Zurich right now, and the rest of them are just heading out of Geneva into the first sector. So that's about where the gap on the racetrack is right now here. Bar 27 in control right now in second place. Still got about a second gap on Rusty there in third. It was Hooley, but unfortunately for Hooley there, he made a little mistake, and he's found himself a couple spots down the paddock here now. Got Skunk here in fourth place as he comes over the tunnel into Tolbarone here as well. And this is a dicey corner. We've seen drivers struggle with this corner, and that artificial green curbing on the outside of that exit that we just seen there can be very, very dangerous under throttle, especially as the racetrack cools down. It starts to get a little slick. It's like ice. Got no two of them there in sixth place, and Matty is still trying to find his way around them here in seventh place there. Got Floyd in eighth place, and he still hasn't really been able to muster up some slipstream closing on these guys a little bit quicker yet, but he's definitely working back there trying to close that gap up. We got JP here in 9th, we got Ray Racer in 10th, we got Onzaway here in 11th, we got Cupcake in 12th place, and we got Johnny in 13th, and he's only about maybe 6 or 7 seconds in behind Cupcake at the moment here on the racetrack. So definitely another potential battle position for him there up the track as we head towards the 30% portion of the race here at this point. Ooh, big slide there from our race leader as he came into the tunnel there. A little bit of an augmented slide there. Just a little too much speed coming through the corner perhaps is what that slide was. But great job there to keep it underneath of him and not give up any of that cushion that he's built in the lead there. We got Bar 27 here in second. We got Rusty in third place. We got Skunk here in fourth. We got Hooley here in fifth place. We got Tubes in sixth. We've got Matty here in seventh. We got Floyd in eighth. We got JP in ninth. We got Ray here in 10th. We got Onzaway in 11th. We got Cupcake in 12th. And we got Johnny here in 13th. Still can't figure out who the driver is on this, and that's unfortunate. I hate seeing a driver not be able to finish the race when they start, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. Alright, so the race leader coming around to start lap number 13 here in race division number 2, round number 8 at Deep Forest. Nice little battle between Bar 27 and Rusty here. Rusty's going to get the job done, so Rusty got a good run out of St. Bernard Kerben there and got the job done, but now Bar 27 looking to respond as he takes a look up the inside into Geneva, and it's side-by-side action here to start lap 13 between second and third place, and this is a very active battle here for the final two podium positions, and it's going to be Rusty to hold the position from Bar 27 there, so job done, finds himself up into second place now. Mission accomplished. Now he's got to try and start to build a gap on Bar 27 to try to close up on later, but Bar 27's mission is to try and not let that driver get away and re-engage this battle. We got Skunk there in fourth place, and he is maybe 3-4 seconds off that battle that's happening up in front of him for the podium there right now. He's having a fantastic race here today. Got Hooley here in fifth place as well. It's been a tough season for him, but he's sitting real good here so far in the top 5 of the racetrack. A little mistake cost him a couple of positions there, but definitely showing he has the pace here to do very well tonight. We got New Tube here up into 6th place, and Matty's still chasing. Matty's lost a little bit of the pace on Tubes here now over the last couple laps, and that gap has opened up to about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, and that means Floyd is closing in here though as well. And that gap is closed up between Floyd and Matty, and that gap is about the same, about 1.5 to 2 seconds here, so about 4 seconds separating 6th to 8th place currently on the racetrack. And as we enter St. Bernard Bend right here on lap 13, you can see Floyd got that a little bit wrong, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time on Matty there as he made a little mistake on the braking and went really wide into the corner. JP in 9th place, and Ray Racer's closing in here in 10th place. He had a great race last week, and just not quite showing that pace here today, but he is definitely starting to track here and looking to grab a position here soon. We got On's Way in 11th place. We got Cupcake here in 12th position in that blazing purple BRZ here, and we got Johnny C here rocking and rolling in the A&W car here on track today. So Fabius here still in the race lead and entering the Matterhorn tunnel here, and then of course the Monte Rosa tunnel right after that, and the second, third, and fourth place drivers are just entering the back straight right now. So that's just a little bit of how far that gap between first and second place is currently, and that is Rusty. Now Rusty's done a good job at having that good battle with bar 27, and now we're starting to open up the gap a little bit here on bar 27 as well. So bar 27 starting to just slightly lose pace with second place driver there in Skunk here. Like a shark in water, you can see that fish swimming up there ahead of him. So now he's got that tail fin swimming a little extra quickly here and trying to see if he can find himself on the podium here as well before the end of this race, but definitely in sight right now for him. Wiggly here in 5th place. He's got a little bit of distance to make up. That mistake cost him, unfortunately, and now he's kind of all alone here. He doesn't have a drafting partner. He doesn't have anybody he can catch some slipstream from. So he's got some work to do here. He's in the lots of space in between him and Tubes and Maddie behind, but definitely looking to try and probably make up some of that time that he lost there with that spin earlier on in the race here on Skunk and Bar up ahead of him. We got Tubum here. He's in 6th place. He's doing a pretty good job of controlling the pace ahead of Maddie now. He's again continuing just a little bit at a time here. You know, a half a tenth here, a half a tenth there, it seems like, throughout the lap, and overall for about a tenth and a half or 2 tenths gain last time around, it looked like. So maybe tire wear, maybe just pace, maybe, who knows. Drivers just starting to feel good, starting to pick up the level a little bit. Lots of things happening here. Floyd here in 8th place. He is closing in. He's been tracking here for the whole portion of this first stint, and now he definitely has those 2 drivers in sight here as he comes around the corner. He's in the slipstream there of Maddie, so we'll stick here with Floyd for a moment. As just a kind of outside of the edge of that slipstream here as we come into the end of the straightaway. You're going to see if you can close up some distance on the braking on Maddie here. And most certainly, big throttle slide right there from Maddie, and that's going to cost him a little time on the charge to tube, and that's going to allow Floyd to have a little bit of a cleaner exit out of there to get into that slipstream now. So now you can see he's in the slipstream. The car is significantly closer than Maddie was at the end of that long straightaway, the back straight. So coming into turn 1 here on lap 16, you can see Floyd is he's there now. He's like, hello, I'm here. Ooh, and he gets a little bit of oversteer there on their braking, and almost tossed his car out there, but he gathers it back up, and he ends up coming right out in behind Maddie. Maddie getting a little bit wrong there through the second turn, and manages to gather the line back up good, but again, a little issue there. He caught that curb and that big tire slide there, and it is side-by-side action here now from Floyd and Maddie, and Floyd is going to get the job done. So Floyd moves up into 7th place, gets ahead of Maddie, and now Floyd trying to track down 2 of them up in front. Ray Racer side by side here with JP now. We got a battle here, so Ray Racer has managed to get ahead of JP. It looks like JP tried to respond there and just missed the battle. And Ray Racer's just going to edge out ahead there. Big slide there under the power from JP as he tried to get down on the power just a little bit earlier there to get the run. And unfortunately for JP, that's going to cost him the run, but there is a penalty there to be served by Ray, and that's most likely going to cost him the position on JP here as we come down the straightaway. So JP is going to be at full speed. Ray has to get that momentum back, and we're almost side by side coming into the braking zone here. And the room definitely needed to be given there by JP. He recognized that, gave him plenty of space for that battle. A little bit of tire rubbing there as the 2 sort each other out coming out of the corner, and JP manages to squeeze back ahead of Ray Racer there. We can see Floyd coming into pit lane there. So all that work, got the job done coming into pit lane, and has to do it all over again here. But it's going to come out, should come out in some clean air. So it's a good way to start your second stint on your pit strategy in some open clean air for sure. It is Ray Racer here trying to battle back with JP. This is a good battle between these 2 here. And JP is just going to open up that gap just a tiny little bit here. So it's on his way here in 9th place. We got Tubin in pit lane. We got Floyd in pit lane. We got Johnny coming around. So he's going to grab that position potentially from those drivers. Depends where he comes out in comparison. No, they've all been released, so he's going to find himself about 6, maybe 7 seconds in behind those drivers that just came out of pit lane there. So getting there. He's closing up the pack. He's closing up the pack. Was this? Oh, that's who it is. Yes, thank you, Gar. Thank you. There you go. It was Ken that is behind pit wall. Scary guy for you, aka. With some early race issues, having to put his BRZ in the garage for round 8, and that's unfortunate to see. You hate to see it. So tough night there for Ken. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. Glad somebody was on the ball, man. Alright, so bar 27 here in 3rd place. We got Hooley here in 4th. Skunk now in pit lane. These are all strategic stops. These are all scheduled pit stops that we're seeing happening here on the racetrack right now. Ray Racer and JP going to grab those positions from Skunk and Maddie as they're in pit lane getting service. We got a half-second track limit penalty there on Maddie. That's not ideal. He'll have to serve that on his out lap. On his way here, comes around. He's going to grab a spot on Maddie here as well. We got Cupcake here in 10th. Tubum now in 11th. Floyd hot on the chase here in 12th place. And Johnny's right there. He's tracking now in 13th position there. So it is Fabius here. And he is most certainly going to be coming into pit lane here this time around. So on fumes as he comes around the final sector here on lap 18, and it's going to be a pit service for our race leader. So we got Rusty coming out here now. Is he going to be coming in? Yes, Rusty's also going to come in for a service. Bar 27's also coming in. Hooley, who's now found himself back in 4th place here, coming into pit lane as well. So Ray Racer and JP coming around St. Bernard's Bend here right now. Are they close enough to grab the race lead as they come down towards the start-finish line here? We got one jumping into pit lane there. Looks like JP jumping into pit lane there as well. So we got 5 drivers sitting in pit lane here. And our race leader comes out just ahead of Ray Racer there. You can see the headlights of Ray Racer just coming into the background of the picture here as Fabius comes out of pit lane. So Ray Racer is on the chase here, but different pit strategies, meaning that the chase will only last for so long before Ray Racer is going to have to make his second stop in the race. So Rusty here comes out. He's in 3rd place. We got Bar 27 here in 4th. We got Hooley here in 5th. We got Skunk in 6th. We got Maddie here in 7th. Cupcake side by side with JP, and this is a great battle coming around turn 1 here. And that's a great passing corner, actually, turn 1 here at Deep Forest. And Maddie's going to get the job done. So Maddie is going to find his way around Cupcake there. Cupcake's going to find his way around JP there, pardon me. Looking at the wrong name on the screen. Yeah, and that was a great battle there between Cupcake and JP for 8th and 9th place here on the racetrack. So Floyd is just tracking in behind these two here in 10th place. Tubum is in 11th, so Floyd has made his way around Tubes. Tubum made a pit stop there. Johnny C here now in 12th place, so he has found his way back into the pack and on his way here in 13th position. And of course, one driver in behind pit wall here for the day, which is unfortunate. So it is Fabius here leading things off. Ray Racer chasing in 2nd place. About 3 seconds separating the two drivers here currently, maybe a little bit less as we head towards Geneva, turn number 1 here. Ray Racer trying to close up the gap here on the race leader. And judging by what I'm seeing there, he's only got about a couple more laps left before he's going to be making a pit stop here. We got Rusty in 3rd place, and it's about 7-8 seconds between him and the front two drivers. Bar 27 is in 4th place. He's chasing Sparky here, and it's about 2.5-3 second gap between 3rd and 4th. Hooley here in 5th place. He's gotten out ahead of Skunk there, so he has grabbed a position. And Skunk is chasing there and very close behind, about 1.5 seconds in behind in 6th place here as well. So Maddie in 7th place, been having a pretty good efficient race here for himself so far. JP here in 8th place, and now he's feeling the pressure from Floyd in behind in 9th place. So little battle happening here in the mid-pack between the two drivers at the moment, and JP is on the defensive position where Floyd is in the offensive position at the moment. And nothing quite happening here right at the moment, but you can see Matty just turning the corner into Toblerone here as these two are coming down through Zurich. So obviously Matty just up ahead there too. So the bigger question is, do they want to battle or do they want to work together a little bit? Maybe push each other up and down the racetrack for a few laps here and see if they can close up that 3-4 second gap to the driver up in front and fight for an even better position. Floyd here in 9th place. He's just settled in. He doesn't look like he's going to be setting up for a switchback move or anything here. Nope, he's just going to settle right back in behind JP. Got two of them here in 10th place. We got Johnny here in 11th. He's closing in on two of them here. We got On the Way now up into 12th. We got Cupcake here in 13th after making a pit stop. So it is Fabius here in the race lead. You can see Ray Racer just in the background shot there as the camera continues following the race leader around there. So Ray Racer's not really lost any of that pace on Fabius there in first place. We got Bar 27 in third position here as well. We got Rusty in fourth. We got Hooley here in fifth place. We got Skunk in sixth, and continuing just to slowly but surely close Hooley in here. Matty in 7th place. He's chasing, and I mean, he's not that far behind either. 3-4 seconds, somewhere in around that in that mark. JP and Floyd here still very close together in 7th and 8th place. JP's opened up just a little bit of breathing room on Floyd, but Floyd's still quite close enough to make something happen if a mistake were to happen. And just as I was about to finish that sentence, we see two mistakes happen, unfortunately, there from JP. He picks up a 1 second penalty there. Coming through that first sector, and then of course the spin right there on the racetrack, which is super unfortunate. He's going to have some front nose damage there. He's going to lose that position to On the Way potentially here as well, and he's going to find himself having to work real hard here now to get back up the racetrack, and that's unfortunate. You hate to see things go down like that. That's the struggles of motorsports, ladies and gentlemen. Cupcake here in 13th position, so it is Fabius right now. In charge of this race, has been right from the get-go, and doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Bar 27 here in the second place. Teammate just up ahead of him here now as well, and the gap is about 15 seconds. The gap has stayed pretty constant here for the most part just for the race so far. Got Rusty here. He's in third place right now. He's about 12 seconds in behind Bar 27, but we're seeing different tire compounds being shown on the racetrack here now as well, which should really tighten things up here, I think, in the final parts of this race. We got Skunk in fourth place. He's still got those four-way flashers on. Got Matty here in the fifth position. We got Hooley here in sixth. We got Floyd in seventh place. We got Ray Racer in eighth. Two of them here in ninth. We got Johnny in 10th position. On the Way is here up in 11th after that. Just unfortunate series of events there for JP, really. And this guy is the magic behind all the paint on the RA cars, if I'm not mistaken. I believe this is their paint magician here for Race Asylum and the eSports Race Asylum teams here. So just extra love here for JP as the cars always look fantastic on the racetrack. That is for sure. Cupcake here in a 13th position. So Fabius here in first place and in command right now. Basically his race to lose at this point at the moment, but again, different pit strategy than the rest of the field behind him, and we'll have to see if that works out in his favor or not here by the end of the night. But moving, grooving, cruising, hopefully not losing tonight. Bar 27 here in second place. We got Rusty in third. We got Skunk there in fourth. And ooh, half-second track limit penalty. Seen that from a few of the drivers here tonight with certain corners having their struggles. Easy to pick penalties up here on Deep Forest. You got to keep two tires on the track surface, and you should be okay basically. Matty here in fifth place, and having a nice little tight corner right there. That was a good run around the corner there. Borstein curve as we head into Zurich. Hooley here coming around, heading into Zurich there as well. Got Floyd and Ray Racer battling here. This is for 7th and 8th position. Ray Racer gets the run on the inside here, heading into Toblerone. That's going to give him the optimal line, but Rusty with the big cutback move there. And we are drag racing down into the Matterhorn Tunnel, and Rusty, for the time being, is going to get the position on Ray Racer. But boy, what a great battle that was between those two. And great read there by Floyd in behind to realize that he was going to take a wide exit out of there and brought his car back around. The old switcheroo move there, and he's going to go defensive now into St. Bernard Bend, and that may give Ray Racer an opportunity to get the run on him here. And a little bit of a mistake made there by Floyd, but Racer didn't quite get the run I think he was looking for out of the corner there, and not going to quite be able to capitalize. But we'll see what happens coming in Geneva here. Is Floyd going to go defensive? And is Ray going to make the move? Ray is going to take a look up the inside. So side-by-side action here on lap 24 as we come into Geneva. And deep into the corner goes Ray Racer to try to make it stick this time. And he slots himself up ahead of Floyd here for the time being. But something tells me this fight is far, far from over. Great job there by those two drivers as we continue on down the racetrack in 7th and 8th place. Two of them here in 9th position, just coming into that sector. We've seen that great battle between Floyd and Ray Racer there just a second ago. JP there in 10th. We got Cupcake here in 11th place. He's got a little bit of space to make up there. Johnny's in 12th and on his way in 13th here. So it is Fabius here charging up the racetrack right now as they're just getting ready to start lap number 25 here. And we should see about a 40 to 41 lap race like we've seen earlier here in the broadcast from Division 1 as well. We got Rusty here in 3rd place. We got Skunk here in 4th. We got Maddie here in 5th place. We got Uli here in 6th. We got Ray Racer here in 7th position. It's Floyd here in 8th. It's Tubum in 9th. It's JP here in 10th. Cupcake in 11th. It's Johnny here in 12th. And it's On's away here in 13th. Alright, so bar 27 is definitely closing the gap up here on the race leader Fabius' teammate here. That gap was probably 10 to 15 seconds. That gap is now 5 to 8 seconds. So bar 27 has been dipping into that leader's gap relatively consistently here through the second stint so far. We got Rusty here in 3rd place. We got Skunk, his teammate, just in behind there in 4th. We got Hooley chasing in 5th, and Hooley's under pressure here now from Ray Racer. So Ray Racer has managed to battle with Floyd, get around Floyd. Ooh, big look there up the inside into Toblerone there. That was a great opportunistic move right there from Ray Racer. As he finds himself ahead of Hooley, and now he's going to be trying to chase down Skunk. So that was a very opportunistic and decisive move right there from Ray Racer, and great job there as he continues up the racetrack. And Hooley just found himself turned inside out there from Ray Racer. That was a great pass right there. Floyd, he's got two of them right on his doorstep here too, as well as they come around St. Bernard's Bend there. A little bit of a wiggle coming from two of them coming out of the corner there. Rusty had a pretty solid exit there, so that's going to allow him to gain just a little bit of a gap there on Tubum for the time being. But Tubum starting to put the pressure on, and Hooley coming into pit lane. Skunk also in pit lane there as well. JP coming down to the last stretch here. Is he going to come into pit lane? He is coming into pit lane as well. It looked like he was going to. We got Cupcake coming around here. Cupcake does not look like he's coming into pit lane. He is not. He's going to be continuing around here. That leaves Maddie in 11th place. That is Maddie's continuing on here. Johnny in 12th, and we got on his way here. Just Clark. St. Bernard's Bend, pardon me. In 13th position, so we're almost 39 minutes into the race, so about 2/3 of the way through our Division 2 battle here in round number 8 from Races Island, North America, and it's Fabius with the race lead, but that lead is diminishing every lap here from bar 27. So bar 27 is on the charge. Rusty here in 3rd place just doesn't have an answer at the moment for those top two drivers. They are gone. The gap between first and second to third place is significant. 25-30 second gap there currently, maybe even a little more. We got Ray Racer here in fourth place. He has done a great job putting his strategy into play and pushing his way. I was going to say working his way, but pushing his way through up into the front half of this pack here as well. He's been driving real hard to get himself where he is right now. Got Floyd here in fifth place. Tubin is still right there chasing, but Tubin hasn't been able to close back up on Floyd there with just a tiny little bit of a mistake in St. Bernard's Bend 2 laps ago there, and the gap just continues to grow, not significantly from Floyd to Tubin there, but slowly but surely. But Tubin looked like he closed up a little bit there coming into Geneva there, as Floyd didn't get it off in the corner there, and gap about the same. About a second between the two cars or less here at the moment. Ooh, mistake made there by Floyd. That's going to be a big slide out off the curb here now. Tubin going to take a look up the inside there, and side-by-side action here between these two as we head down in towards Zurich. Tubin is going to get the job done. He finds his way around Floyd there, and the mistake from Floyd was all it took to cost him that position on Tubin, who's been pressuring him here for a few laps now. Skunk in 7th position. We got Hooley here in behind in 8th place as well. Cupcake up into 9th position here. We got Maddie rounding out our top 10 here tonight. We got Johnny now working hard here. He's got himself up into 11th. JP here in 12th place, and On the Way is on the doorstep. So battles from the top of the field right literally down through to the back of the field, and that is what you love to see. That's what you love to see. So Fabius, who had a very comfortable gap at the beginning of this race, is starting to see that gap diminish slightly here as bar 27, those headlights are in the rearview mirror of Fabius here in certain parts of this racetrack now. So the leader is most certainly aware that he is there, I'm sure, and that has been a pretty big gap that bar 27 has closed up here in the second stint. We got Rusty rolling in third place here, and this driver has been having a great race here tonight too, and on a slightly different strategy than the front two drivers, so do not count this driver out of this race yet. We got Ray Racer here in 4th position. We got Tubin here in 5th. Floyd starting to try and reapply pressure to him to get that position back now from him there, as Tubin got it from about a lap ago here. So heading out of Zurich down into Toblerone right now. It is a nice tidy exit right there by Floyd. Great run from him on Tubes, and give him a little push here. So a little bit of teamwork happening here between the two. You can see he was flashing his headlights there to let him know, hey, I'm not going to pass you here. I'm going to give you a bump, so hold your line. Not the worst strategy here between these two drivers. They got a fair-sized gap there up to Ray Racer in 4th place. And oh my, Tubin getting it all kinds of wrong there. I don't know if there was contact coming into the corner, but Floyd making sure that no matter what the case is there, that Tubin got that position back there. I don't know if Floyd had anything to do with that. I think that was a mistake made there by Tubin, but great respect shown there by Floyd nonetheless. And the rule of thumb is in sim racing, if you're not 100% sure that you didn't cause that, it's probably best just to get the position back just in case. And I think that's exactly what that was the case of. So Skunk here in 7th place. We got Hooley here in 8th. We got Cupcake here in 9th position. We got Maddie here in 10th position. Johnny is in 11th. This guy had a rough early part of the race there. Still not sure what happened to him, but he managed to get his way back up into the pack here. We got JP and On the Way, nose to tail here still in 12th and 13th position here as they come across the start lap 29. And are we going to see a battle here? On the Way is going to take a look up the inside into turn 1. And side-by-side action between On the Way and JP. And On the Way is going to get the position on JP here, heading into the first sector on lap 29. A great move right there from On the Way. Good patient driving right there by this driver as well. Alright, so back up front here, Rusty now making his pit stop. Not surprised, I knew we were going to be seeing that relatively soon here. So my concern is that he made that stop too early. But we'll see how it plays out for him here. We know it's going to be a, well, maybe not. Hey, 10 laps. I'm taking a 50 lap race. Never mind, chat. Maybe too late potentially. But it is Fabius and Bar 27 here, first and second place, and this is not a question of when is Bar going to catch up to Fabius anymore. It is he's caught him. It is going to be a question of can Bar get around the leader now and take the race lead over from him here. He's done all the work to catch up to him. Now, can he close up the leader throughout the rest of this race and try and battle him for that finals position? Ray Racer finds himself in third place, obviously with Rusty making that pit stop there last time around. Comes out in fourth place. His teammate is right up in behind there. Skunk in fifth. We got Tubum here in sixth place as well. We've got Uli closing in there as well on Tubum here in seventh position. Maddie in eighth. A little bit of space between him and those two drivers at the moment. Johnny here in ninth currently. We got Floyd in 10th. We got JP in 11th. We got Onzaway in 12th. We got Cupcake here in 13th. So majority of our field now starting to kind of work through that final pit stop sequence. Our race leaders, we're not going to see these guys pit till very late in the race here. Is that you, John Wayne? Is it me? I hope you're doing fantastic. Pardon me. So there's Fabius in the lead here. Bar 27 is closing in, and just to spice things up a little bit here, we're also closing in on a blue flag situation here as well. So I believe that the drivers are closing in on Cupcake currently right now in 13th position. So this could make the battle for the lead interesting. Bar 27 can close up on Fabius here before he starts to navigate around some of the blue flag traffic here. This potentially could really change the battle for the lead here. So let's stick with this for a minute, as these two are definitely pushing hard here up front right now. Fabius has about 6 tenths, maybe 3/4 of a second over Bar 27 here right now. They are slowly but surely closing in on Cupcake up in front here. And as we head into Geneva on lap 32, race leader has most certainly closed up on Cupcake, and Cupcake just gets out of the guy's way there. Great response right there by Cupcake. And Bar 27 and Fabius continue on in this charge for first place here. So that was a great job by Cupcake right there, picking a great spot to get out of the way, nice and safe. Beautiful transition between those three drivers. Ray Racer here in third place, and he's got a gap. I mean, those guys are checked out up in the lead, but they do have to pitch yet, so that's going to close that gap up. Rusty here in fourth place. He's still got his teammate in behind the Skunk. Still got those four-ways on. We got Holy here in sixth position. We got Maddie in seventh. We got Johnny C here in eighth position. JP now finds himself in ninth with Floyd chasing in 10th, on his way in 11th. We got Tube in 12th place, and we got Cupcake there in 13th position. Alright, so we're definitely keeping our eyes on this battle. And Bar 27 gets a tight line through that St. Bernard bend right there, and that is going to close that gap up to Fabius even more. Now it's a half second between our leader and our second place driver here right now, and things are heating up. We got different tire compounds going on between the two. They're both starting to get deep into their stints on those tire compounds now. Things are getting interesting. Ray Racer here in third place. We got Rusty in fourth. His teammate's not that far behind, only a second and a half, 2 seconds right now. And then Ray Racer is Uli, is tracking here in sixth place. I just seen the color of the car. I thought it was Ray's car, my bad. We got Maddie here in seventh. We got Johnny here in eighth. We got JP in ninth, and Ray Racer in pit lane here. Floyd in 10th. We got Onzaway in 11th. We got two of them here in 12th, and we got Cupcake in third. So Ray Racer coming in for his final pit stop in third place here. Could be interesting to see where he settles in. Rusty's going to get that position on Ray as he comes around here. Skunk probably most certainly will here as well. Depends how much fuel at this point the Ray Racer needs to take in that racing car. And he is going to come out in fourth place, fifth. looks like he's going to slot right in between the two incredible teammates there in 4th place. Hooley here in 6th. So this is turning into a 4-way battle there right now in the mid-pack. We got Maddie here in 7th. We got Johnny in 8th. We got JP in 9th. We got Onzaway and Floyd here in 10th and 11th place. Onzaway just making his way around Floyd here, I think, as well. Tubum in 12th, and Cupcake getting the run here, getting around Tubum there too as well. I'm not sure what happened to Tubum there. He's moving quite slowly. Maybe a little mistake coming out of the St. Bernard bend there on those racing hard tires. Gathering himself back up. How you doing, Riley? So it is Fabius. He's still holding on to the race lead. He's been doing a good job of managing the pace of this race. Bar 27 has done a great job at closing up that massive gap that was in between him and Fabius here for the race lead. But now, Bar 27 not barely able to close up any more of the gap. He's still stuck at about that 3/4 second mark in behind the race leader currently. We got Rusty here in 3rd place. We got Ray in 4th position. Appreciate that like on the stream, rally. We got Skunk here in 5th. We got Hooley in 6th. We got Maddie in 7th. We got Johnny here in 8th. We got JP here in 9th position. And he's chilling. He's in no man's land right now. On his way here in 10th. He's opened up the gap on Floyd here. Floyd is now kind of under fire from Cupcake, chasing him behind the 12th place, and Tubum here in 13th position. So up and down and all around have these drivers been going through this field for the most part. It's just been a couple of drivers that have stayed pretty consistent. Bar 27. Fabius, Ray Racer, Rusty, Skunk, and Hooley. And for the most part, those guys have had a pretty calm race. Hooley had a spin coming out of the first tunnel, unfortunately heading down towards Zurich, which cost him a couple positions, but he's done a really great job of recovering back on the racetrack and finds himself in 5th place, and then really having a good race here tonight. Fabius here in 1st place as we start lap 35. Bar 27 is right there. He is right on the doorstep at this point here, looking, taking a peek. Not quite close enough to make an immediate move, but definitely close enough to try and make something happen if he wants to here. He gets a good run, he gets a good braking zone. That's going to tuck him right up in behind our race leader here. Now these guys are in behind Floyd here as well. So again, a little bit of a blue flag situation here for Bar and Fabius to deal with. But Floyd does a great job, just like Cupcake, getting out of the way, navigating that situation, allowing these guys to get through safely. And Bar 27, a little bit of a mistake of braking there, and that's going to cost him some time on the race leader right there. Ray Racer back in 3rd place here now. And I think this driver's on a 3-stop strategy as well, if I'm not mistaken. We got Hooley now up into 4th place. We got Skunk here in 5th position. We got Rusty down into 6th. So a mistake made there maybe by Rusty. We got Maddie here in 7th. We got Johnny in 8th. We got JP in 9th. Onzaway in 10th. Floyd in 11th. We're just seeing the leaders go around there. We got Cupcake in 12th and Tubum in 13th. So here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. Our race leaders making their final pit stop of the race. There's 7.5 minutes remaining, and Ray Racer is hot on the heels here. He has made his final pit stop. He will not be needing to go back into pit lane at this point, and he's on the chart. He's in the Matterhorn tunnel coming into the Monterosa tunnel right now. Both the front drivers aren't going to have to take a whole lot of fuel because they're going to be coming out on those racing hard tires. But with that being said, they're coming out on those racing hard tires. And it is Bar 27 who's going to jump Fabius in pit lane. And for the first time in this race, we are going to see a new race leader. And it's going to be Bar 27 with 7 minutes remaining in this race. Can he hold off the charge of Noir here in 2nd place, who's been in command of this whole race? Ooh, getting juicy. Ray Racer here in 3rd place, and that gap has closed. I mean, 10 seconds. He's got about 4 laps to do it in here, and we've seen how quickly Bar 27 closed up 15 seconds. The tire difference between Ray Racer and Bar 27 and Fabius is significant. So, we're in for a race. Hooley right there tracking in behind, closing in on Ray Racer as well. Skunk here in 5th place with Rusty now in 6th. We got Maddie here in 7th, Johnny in 8th, JP in 9th. We got Onzaway in 10th, Floyd in 11th, Cupcake in 12th. Cupcake tracking Floyd here, and Noob and Tubum here in 13th. But boy, an interesting change of events here in that pit stop with bar 27 and Fabius. And Fabius losing some time here on bar 27. So bar 27 has found himself with a little bit of a cushion now on his teammate here in second place as well here. And Fabius must have made a little bit of a mistake on these racing hard tires there, and that has cost him a few seconds here on bar 27. And Ray Racer here, yeah, no, that gap is still pretty big. Now that everything's all settled in here, we're still looking at about 20 or 25 second gap here, I think, from the front too. So Ray Racer right now, his battle is, I think, with Hooley here in fourth place to keep that final podium spot. Skunk in fifth, got Rusty here in sixth, we got Maddie in seventh. Johnny here's done a great job getting himself back into the middle part of this pack for real. If there was a driver of the day award here today, it belongs to Johnny. JP here in ninth, Onzaway in 10th, we got Cupcake here in 11th, it's Floyd here in 12th, and Toolman in 13th. I mean, Johnny has had an incredible recovery drive after that early racing incident, whatever happened there. So it is bar 27 here. Strategy playing the part there. Strategy getting him out in front of the race, and then a little mistake made by Fabius in behind. Now bar 27 seeing himself with about a 2-second cushion and about 2 or 3 more laps to go here on the racetrack. Ooh, a little bit of a deep corner there from Fabius, and maybe just not settling into those hard tires as quickly as bar 27 is. We got Ray Racer here in third place, and the gap is still quite big. Hooley here in fourth. It's about 2.5, 3 seconds right now between those two, and then nothing really significant happening in the back part of the field here. Everybody's kind of spread out. Cupcake has made his way around Floyd. I'm not shocked to see that. Different tire compounds in that situation as well. So tire strategy is always so important in these kinds of races. Bar 27 in the lead here though as he comes around. Different strategies from first and second place, but still the kind of the alternate strategy, I like to call it, the strategy that you typically don't see drivers take, starting on the faster tires and finishing on the slower tires. You see it, but you don't see it that often. So we got Ray Racer here in third, we got Hooley in fourth, and he's tracking. I mean, he is closing in here, looking to maybe try and grab that final podium position before the end of the race. We got Skunk in pit lane here. I'm a little surprised to see that. Maybe he felt he didn't have enough fuel or something there, I'm not sure, but an extra stop there for Skunk, whether that's scheduled or unscheduled, I'm not sure, but an extra stop nonetheless. So it's bar 27 in the lead. Fabius is slowly but surely losing a little bit of pace on bar 27, so bar 27 must be feeling comfortable on those tires, and basically his race to lose at this moment right now. Ray Racer in third place. Hooley is his concern right now. I think we have 2 to go. I believe it's going to be 2 to go with this one here. So I was just calculating that math in my head. That's why we had the silence there for a moment. Hooley here in fourth place. We got Rusty in fifth position. He just come around St. Bernard Bend there. You can see Maddie just come around the same corner. Johnny here in seventh place, grabbing at another position with that pit stop that Skunk had to make there. And that's just really a great recovery drive there from Johnny. So he kind of got a little bit of an unfortunate thing happen, I believe, to him there, trying to enter pit lane early in the race and got reset on the racetrack, and it cost him all kinds of time, even damage. So to see him fight back into this mid pack of this race is fantastic, and just it goes to show all you got to do is just put your head back down, get back into your rhythm, and just do what you can do with it, because racing is racing and anything can happen. And he's found himself in the middle of the pack here, so a really great job by Johnny. I love to see that. So notable mention to Johnny C there. Great race by him today, no matter how it ends for him here. Great drive. Bar 27 though in the lead. Looked like this man had this race in the bag when you watched the beginning part of this race. Did not think that we'd see him in this position here right now as Bar 27 comes around the start finish line. It is going to be the final lap of this race here. And as they start lap 40, it is the white flag, ladies and gentlemen. Fabius is in second place. We got Ray Racer coming through here, and he is closing in on these guys. He's definitely closing the gap up for sure, but he's just ran out of time on that timer. And as he comes around and finds himself in third place, he's opened up that gap to fourth place driver Hooley at this point. Hooley may potentially be in fuel saving mode here as it is getting a little bit low in the tank there. We got Rusty here in fifth place. We got Maddie in sixth. We got Johnny here in seventh. He's got Skunk still tracking here in eighth place. JP in ninth place. We got Anzaway here in 10th. You can see, I believe, Cupcake just in behind there in 11th. We got Floyd in 12th place and Tubin here in 13th position. Ooh, and struggling on those racing hard tires is Tubin. He has had a very tough stint on those hard tires here in this final part of the race, and it's almost over. He's almost got through it here. So Bar 27 and Fabius here, teammates first and second place here, and great race by these two drivers here today. Coming down into the final few corners here, St. Bernard Bend is Bar 27, and Fabius takes a run. Oh, great run out of the final corner, and he is going to try and get the charge here, but I think he's just a little too far behind. He's not going to catch enough of that slipstream. It is going to be a great race victory here from Bar 27. Great push in that second stint. Great pit strategy got him out in front, and it was just enough for him to take the race win here today. It's going to be second place to Fabius. And Ray Racer is going to fall a little bit short this week after a dominating performance in round 7 from this driver. He's going to find himself standing in third place on the podium here tonight. You can see Tubin just in behind there. He's going to go across in 13th position just in behind Ray Racer here as well. So congratulations to both of those drivers. Hooley with a great race here tonight. 4th place for him. Rusty's coming through. It's going to be a 5th place finish for this driver. Great race for him too. Hard battling in the early part of this race. A little bit of adversity in the middle part. And he finds himself with a nice solid finish. Maddie has had a good solid race today. He's going to take a 6th place drive here. We got Skunk here in 7th position as well, and that's a great race for him here as he comes through. Johnny C, I mean, like I said, if I had a driver of the day vote award, whether he finishes in 7th, 8th, or 9th as he rolls across the start-finish line out of fuel, just edging out JP for 8th place there. It was a great drive nonetheless for Johnny C. That would definitely he would have my vote for a driver of the day award if there was one that existed here in the series. So on his way in 10th place, Cupcake's going to bring it home in 11th place. Floyd bringing it home there in 12th. And unfortunately there for Scary Guy for you, Ken, with a DNF here out early in the race, had them put the car in behind pit wall. But, you know, racing's racing, and that's just the way it goes sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so sorry for the confusion. Sorry for the big midstream delay there. We had a pretty solid chunk of dead air downtime there. I do apologize for that. It is what it is. You know, we have to wait for the game to make the replays available for us to collect and of course upload and get viewing for everybody. So a little bit of confusion. I appreciate the patience. But yeah, great racing here from both divisions. That's the word I'm looking for. Here from Racing Asylum North America tonight. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I've been tripping over my words all night long, so that happens sometimes. But great racing here again. So round 9, we got 2 weeks left. I mean, that's it. It's almost over here. From Racing Asylum North America for this particular season, that is. Anyways, that doesn't mean it's over. It just means this season is almost over. So I'm just going to go check the schedule real quick. I'm just going to grab my phone to do it because it's a little more efficient, you know. Appreciate you, mister. R.A. Yeah, I'm not sure where the next track is. To be honest with you, one of the drivers might know offhand, but I can't get to the schedule quick enough. So, much love, of course, everybody. We appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out with us here today, with Race Asylum North America and the great drivers we got here. Just 2 races left on the season, so next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we should be live with qualifying for Division 1, and then of course we'll follow up Division 1 with our Division 2 race after it's finished, and then we got the finale weekend left. So the 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 12:30 a.m. UK. I believe that's British Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken. Um, for our folks over on the other side of the pond there. So, presented by Race Asylum North America, great racing organization over there. They got great events, great series. You want to learn out more, you want to learn how to get involved over there in the community, or you want to find out more about the events and series that they have running through Race Asylum North America, head over to simleaguepro.com, search for Race Asylum within the communities, become a member of their community. From there, you can go into their community page. You can see all the great events that they have running at any given time throughout the year. You can register that way from there as well. You can also get an invite into the Discord server from Race Asylum over there and get into their Discord community over there, which is always buzzing and full of good hype sauce and lots of helpful tips and tricks and all that great stuff over there in the Discord servers as well. So you want to learn more, you want to get involved, maybe you're interested in running the next upcoming season that comes after season 1 here, jump over to Sim League Pro, become a member of the Race Asylum Racing League community over there, jump into the Discord server, and come say hi. We're all in there to say hello back. We appreciate y'all. I was your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. Again, apologize for the little bit of a delay in between the races tonight and the confusion, but I love this community, love the support from the winner's circle as always and the viewers, and we'll get to uploading this on the Race Asylum YouTube channel here in just a few moments' time, but in the meantime, we'll catch you all soon. No broadcast tomorrow, unless we just go live for regular content. We should be back Monday night for some open lobbies here as well on GT45 Gaming, but we appreciate y'all, and remember, you all matter. Stay winning. Congratulations to all our drivers in both our divisions here tonight. It was some pretty great racing by the whole collective group. Nice full grids at the end of the season. You'd love to see all those cars just hurling down the racetrack at insane speeds, making all kinds of screeching noises and engine noises. We love it. That's what the racing's all about. That's what race fans absolutely love to go and hear and see. So great job to the drivers. Special thanks to the admin team here at Racing Asylum, the stewarding officials, of course, as always, having to make the hard calls. And to every one of you watching at home, the viewers, whether it's from work, your vehicle, at home, wherever it is you're watching from, we appreciate you. You're the drive and the force behind organized sim leagues. So just keep being awesome out there. If you haven't liked or shared the stream out yet, please, if you wouldn't mind doing so before you leave, that'd be fantastic. If you have done so, appreciate it. As always, you legends. And we'll catch you on the next one. Ciao for now.